ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the Judy of the lamb.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Give me food in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go, money talk.
Here comes the money.
Money! Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? Is Alex Fantasy Football Hustler back at you. We got another episode of Elevated Sports Talk. What is going down, everybody? We got our man Devo in the house. What up? What up? We got Johnny in the house. What up, homie? We got Jerry in the house. What up? What up? We got our man Tino in the house. What up? What up? Tino, let me hear more of your San Jose State stories. All right, I got a couple cool videos that we're gonna show today. Just trying to get them all uploaded to my computer. So I did not cry when I seen the footage of Reese giving her shoes to that little girl this morning. I have allergies, man. See, people want to hate on Angel Reese, and I don't know, just how are sports players supposed to act? Like, fuck, you put them in competitive environments, act competitive and cocky. Like, what the fuck do you think? Oh man, like that's one of the, yeah, it's I don't know. People are crazy. People are crazy. All right, check this out. This was one. This is how you know that we are very, very, very close. I would have had a mouthpiece in, underarm up. Fuck that dude up. So funny. Let's show it one more time. It's so quick. So quick you might miss it. Look out. Shaking and baking. Shaking and baking. Nice. Jerry said, I'll be there. It's my first year. Nice. Do you have, you create content? Are you going just as a fan? You going as a content creator, podcaster? Come on, team. Swarming dice. River Wayne, what up, homie? So what do you think is the major differences this year in ADP between best ball and redraft? Why are these wide receivers in best ball so inflated? I feel like this year the wide receiver is deeper than ever. If you're talking about underdog, like really underdog ADP, you just, it's underdog, you know, like, I mean, it's like the exact same as nothing else, because people, you know, they'll get into those $3 tournaments, $5 tournaments, and like they'll just, you know, do the craziest shit that you've ever seen. So yeah, I mean, best ball is what it is. It's best ball. And yes, there's going to be similarities between best ball and redraft, but there's going to be like way crazier people playing best ball, taking a lot more chances. So like, no matter what, ADP on skill positions will be higher. I mean, we're talking the high end guys, you know, I mean, low guys, I don't know, maybe they're a little bit higher than normal, but I don't know. You see guys like Garrett Wilson going in like the first round, you know, when he's going in the second round, pretty much everywhere else. So yeah, you're going to get the crazy guys out there who are just messing up the ADP all around. And what up, Marty? Said Jordan Love taking the Danny Jordan Love taking the Danny dumbass route, win one playoff game and then hold out till you get a fat ass contract. I mean, this is what happens though. Like, this is why teams don't do this anymore, where you get a QB and he just sits for years and years and years, because guess what? That next contract's coming up soon. And I mean, they had to renew him. I mean, when he started, wasn't that his 5th year on his deal when he actually started? And then they renewed him for like 2 more years. But yeah, now he wants real money. Yeah, let him know, River Wayne. Y'all don't forget to drop that like. Let's get it. Appreciate you. Johnny said, do they have a professional streaker come in or do they just chase down the real deal? I don't know because it kind of looked like a real streaker, right? The way he was moving, flailing his arms out there. Maybe he's just done practice. Maybe he's done some practice and research on how these streakers are as soon as they hit the field. Jerry said, just a fan. I'll be in the poker tournament participating in draft night out. Man, I hope draft night out isn't scamming like they were in the year after COVID, bro. Like, I mean, I hope for you because, yeah, I mean, I heard the stories about how they jacked like 75,000, 80,000 worth of like buy-ins that were supposed to go to charity or some shit like that. Yeah, I don't know. I was supposed to go in 2021 and I got real sick and ended up in the hospital. And so I bought the tickets and bought everything, bought plane tickets, bought everything, and couldn't even go. All that money just got wasted. Tim said it's a passing league. River Hero RB died with Adrian Peterson's knees. Henry's the last one. I mean, CMC maybe. Underdog wide receivers are inflated because you have to start 3 of them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, people overreact for sure. River Wayne said Tino, the guy who won the biggest tournament on Underdog last year, went RB. Yeah, you got to get healthy, though. I mean, you got to those running backs have to stay healthy. And like, yeah, guys like Jefferson, guys like Amon-Ra. See, like there's a whole bunch of context on why someone who went RB, because the person who won our big tournament, we have a big tournament every single year. Last year, there was 888 teams in. And the guy who won went, I think, 3 RBs in the first 4 rounds. And it's a lot of wide receivers got hurt last year. And guess what? Wide receiver play was down last year because all the QBs got hurt. So like there's all these things that go into play. Pretty much to win a big tournament like that, you got to get lucky. Like you have to get like no injuries or like very few. I say I'm not saying it's a valuable strategy. It's just you're right. Rivers has more fantasy points out by a receiver, by the pool, by receiver, and then the pool smaller at RBs. Yeah, so if like you get those RBs and they stay healthy, because I bet Breece Hall was one of them. I mean, I know that was he was one of the winners for Kidda. Yeah, not many bell cows left. I mean, there's zero. Like Derrick Henry. Who else is a bell cow in the NFL right now than Derrick Henry? I'll say Saquon's probably going to be, but this is going to be interesting because he's going to a team that like literally has deployed 3 running backs, no less than 3 running backs for the last handful of years. So it's even with Swift last year, I mean, they still deployed multiple running backs. Not a valuable strategy. Yeah, you got to get lucky and you got to try different things. Like that's what it is. Like what strategy is going to win? Who the hell knows? Because you could pick RB in your first 2 rounds. What if you pick the 2 RBs that get hurt? So yeah, it's fill them out often. River said, yeah, I don't know. I just know why Pacheco's going in round 2 in redraft, but round 4 in best ball. I mean, a single QB redraft maybe, but nah, he's not going like if it's a single QB, yeah, but I don't play in too many single QBs, and I don't even monitor too many of the single QB drafts that I host. But yeah, the only way Pacheco's going in round 2 is if it's a single QB. A-Chain is going 4th round in redraft, 2nd round in best ball. What the fuck? I mean, A-Chain's like a 3rd or 4th rounder in redraft. But yeah, people want the high upside of A-Chain. Look at what he did in the couple games. I mean, I bet you where's Anthony Richardson going? 1st round, right? If it's a super flex league. If not, I mean, of course not. But Zeus will assume the majority of the touches. I'd say 65 to 70%. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, yeah, and like, see, even you put in the 65 to 70%, it probably will be like 65, like a 65-35 split. Tino Pacheco's a good example. If you can easily find 1,000 yards, 7 TD wide receiver, yeah, for sure. So most best ball is single QB. Got to apply the same rules. Okay. I mean, our best ball isn't, and I mean, Underdog's cool. I mean, I hope anyone who goes and plays on Underdog uses our code to go. But yeah, I don't know. Single QB kind of, I don't know, makes it a little bit. I mean, I know for them, they're gonna have like tens of thousands and millions of people playing, so you gotta like, cater to the masses of like casual fans. But I just can't get behind it, man. Single QB leagues are so lame to me. Like, how do you take the value out of the most important player in football? Like, QB is the most important position in all of sports, except for fantasy football. Like, that's the lamest thing in the world to me. And yeah, Riverside, I love Zamir. I don't think you love Zamir more than Bakes. Not just kidding. But yeah, Zamir should be solid this year. I think the hype is gonna build on him too much to where I don't like him though, because I already see his ADP rising. His ADP's been rising over the last couple weeks. I don't like it. A couple weeks ago, like go back to June, he's a 7th, 8th round guy on the reg. Now you're lucky if you get him in the 7th round. Now he's kind of going in the 5th and 6th round. Whereas I'm never taking Nico Adams Waddle round 2. I take Adams in round 2. But yeah, single QB league, man. I mean, you got to make those jumps. Like, that's what it is. Like, there's no QBs drafted. So, like, yeah, you're going to have to. I mean, so who's your 2nd round guy? Who's your 2nd round person? Tino said the only single QB league I play in is a free league, and it's a 2024 man league. Changes every year. Said actually the free league is the league you sent me, Huss, from that company where we got the sweater. Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. And it's going to get even bigger this year. Even bigger, more teams, more prizes. We're already talking about getting things set up right now. I think the plan is to draft every week in August. In August. Bakes, every time I hear Zamir's name, I think of the announcer for Zeus from the real movie Steel. Zeus. Classic. Man, did you guys see any of those fights this weekend? I know some were probably watching it with us on Rumble. This KO, though. I want to show this KO. This was I mean, there's people who are calling this the KO of the year, and no, it was not Jake Paul. It was not Jake Paul. And don't blink, you could miss it.
Good right from Bonnie. Another one.
Dude, like, look at his face with the 2-piece and the biscuit.
Good right from Bonnie. Another one.
It was crazy because that dude was mopping him up as well.
Eviscerated Ashton H2O Phil.
They need to make sure he's okay. Holy smokes!
He was just trying to go crazy.
Good right from Bonnie.
Man, craziest 2-piece in a biscuit I've ever seen. Oh man, and Marvin Harrison Jr., London Debo. Yeah, I mean, explain why. Like Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm so nervous about him. Like, I mean, he's going way too high for a rookie who's probably not going to do anything the first couple games. But yeah, I mean, eventually I'm sure he'll catch on. But the rookie, I don't know. Not everyone's Justin Jefferson. They think he's going to be like way better than Justin Jefferson. I know he's got the lineage. I know he's got the bloodline. But yeah, I'm nervous about him. What Johnny said, sent me a sick shirt for having the weekly high score one time. I mean, see, that's why you guys got shit, because you either won your league, or you had highest score in the entire tournament for 1 week. So I know I got one. I had high score 1 week. Johnny had it one time. Tino had it one time. See, that's dope, man. See, at 420 crew, we go hard. And any RBs at value, maybe not JT. Yeah, I'd get Barkley if I could there. Yeah, depend. Yeah, I mean, it's all about where you're drafting for sure. Yeah, Tina said Barkley's ADP about to skyrocket. Yeah, I bet it ends up being in the first round here pretty soon. I mean, I've already seen him go high second. He goes anywhere in the second. I mean, I've seen him go low, high, mid, but yeah, once things start really ramping up here, I bet he's going to be a back of the first round RB, especially in the single QBs. To wait until training camp tape comes out. Yeah, for sure. Like yeah, one of the best lines in football. Man, it's going to be nice for Barkley. It's going to be so nice for Barkley. He's been running behind that shitty ass line for the Giants for years. Now he actually gets a respectable line, respectable QB, respectable wide receivers. Oh, man. I mean, he was like the Rodney Dangerfield of the NFC East for the longest time. No respect. No respect. Best wide receiver prospect in a long time is number 1, too good QB. And yeah, I mean, see, like, he's not the best wide receiver prospect, though. He wasn't drafted number 1. Like, we've had guys drafted number 1, number 2, number 3. So he's not the best wide receiver draft prospect ever. He said best in a long time. That's me just saying ever. Yeah, he is the best in a long time. That's for sure. Doesn't mean that everybody's not going to be gunning for him, though. I know he doesn't have the super top end speed like some of these guys. I can see A-Rod and Chubb ADP going up. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, Rodgers going solo. Chubb's going solo. And, I mean, Chubb's ADP rose when we saw him squatting like 800 pounds. Did you see that fucking video? Squatting like 800 pounds. It's one of those rubber fucking bars because there's so much weight on there. You can't even use a metal bar and fuck yourself up. Hey, Marco from the future, what up? And I don't know if it was 800. It was like 600 or 800, whatever it was. He was squatting like 3, 4, 5 human beings pretty much on his shoulders. Giants said, nice played wide receiver 2 chicken in the 91. And Amari just fell back to me. Nice. Riverside, I love taking Barkley, but I hate not taking Jalen after it stings. Because you got to get Hurts in the second? Like where are the top because I'm assuming it's the top rushing QBs. Like where are the top rushing QBs getting drafted? The Jalen Hurtses of the world, the Lamar Jacksons, the Anthony Richardsons of the world. Man, that rookie hype. So the guy who won the huge underdog tournament last year, how many rookies did he have on his team? Because I don't follow stuff like that, but you already brought up something about that, so I'm sure you did. Marco said, just 800 pounds? That's so weak. He said, I'd do at least 1,200 pounds before breakfast. Her said, no, I'm just not drafting Barkley and Hurts on the same team. Okay. Let's see. How much does Jaden Daniels weigh? Let's see what they got him listed as. Got him listed as 210. 6'4", 210. That's not, I mean, he better bulk up. That's all I'm going to say. He better bulk up a little bit because those linebackers and defensive ends, I mean, these are grown men now. These are grown men. They ain't in college. Right? Tito said homie looks like Snoop. He's definitely bigger than Snoop. Pause. 210. I'm sure Snoop's like 120, 130, soaking wet. Maybe he's a little bit heavier than that because he's taller, but yeah, it is yeah, he's definitely bigger than Snoop. Pause. He said, okay, just taller on the size. Yeah. So tall, lanky like motherfucker. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No.
Big trouble though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Let's see. What's Lamar weighing? $215, but he's also 6'2". So, you take a couple inches away, pause, and you got to expand it in other places. Big pause. All right, perfect. So that drop sounded good.
Big trouble though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
No, I didn't fix the drops. I don't know why some work better than others, and I don't know. It's baffling. It's fucking baffling my mind, Johnny. I wish I knew. It's probably the software. I don't know if you guys know about Elgato, but I got all Elgato shit. So I got my Stream Deck, I got my Wavelink and all this, and I think it's the software is what it is. River Wayne says listed at 205 right now. I think he lost weight, maybe. Tino said, where does the expansion go? I'm just gonna say to the midsection, to the chest, torso area. Marco, would you trade the first overall for JT, the 208, and 2 third rounders? Probably not. When's your guys' draft? Because I'm assuming it's a 2024 first rounder, right? And Tina said, that's science. Exactly. But the third rounders mean nothing to me. Like the third rounders mean nothing. Third rounders are throw-ins in most trades. So no, I really don't like that. Unless you're like a running back away from winning. Like, how fucked are your running backs? River said, check JD5. He finishes ahead of Lamar. I'd go out. If both of them play 17 games, Lamar will be scoring more points than Jaden Daniels, assuming they both play 17 games. If you mean Lamar's gonna get hurt, and that's why Jaden Daniels is gonna score more, maybe. But Jaden Daniels has the exact same chance of getting hurt as Lamar, probably even a better chance of getting hurt than Lamar. Because these rookies, especially the ones who are like heavy runners in college and like you just love bullying DBs. Like in college, look at what happened when Anthony Richardson tried to bully some DBs in the NFL last year. Like they knocked him on his ass, concussed his ass, fucking hurt him, got him out for the year. Like I have to see these rookies understand how to protect themselves when running the ball before I give them the benefit of that. And like, it's yeah, I know Lamar, he protects the ball very well now, protects himself very well now. Was not always the case. It's for this year's draft. We have 8 rounds for that draft. Well, yeah, but that's like your 20-man keeper league. Like, are you even gonna fucking draft 8 players that you're gonna keep? Like, there's nobody really good after the first couple. I know you have IDP, but it's like there's so many dart throws, and like really even at these IDP spots. I mean, if you've been paying attention to us, I mean, you should know some of these rookie guys. You're really dart throwing at the end, hoping that you just get a random DB that ends up hitting, because there's not really, especially because of this channel. Like, I mean, the top couple safeties, top couple linebackers. I mean, those guys are like 3rd, 4th rounders. No, Johnny, I'm pretty sure he would be trading. He'd sound like he would be trading away the 101 to get JT and the 208 and some thirds. Yeah, I said I would. Oh, wait, what? I would get the first round pick in that case. Oh, I don't know. Who would you get though? And I mean, would Caleb, Marvin Harrison Jr., like who would it be? And like, how would that help your team? He said, let's say the last 10 games they play JD5, he has more points per game than Lamar. If you went and looked at the schedule and it's like, this schedule is easier, this is why I think that maybe, but no, I'm not. No. Especially in the type of league that you're talking about, where it's like single QB default scoring, I'm assuming. Like, no. Lamar Jackson could literally finish as the QB1 in those style of leagues. So that sounds better. Better year, get CJ Stroud rookie year. Maybe, yeah, kind of. They said with JD5 can pass the ball. He's still a rookie. Show me that you could do it in the NFL. Like, show me that you could do it in the NFL. I don't think there's ever been a QB, a rookie QB that has finished in the top 10 or 12, like, ever in year one. Like, I'm not talking about his career. We're just talking about year one. That's it. And no, that's like the best ball. That's like the best ball like mentality. And River Wayne said CJ don't run. Yeah, exactly. Why did he finish so low last year? Like, he didn't finish in the top 10. Where did he finish last year? We brought this up. Hold on, let me go find it. I know we brought this up and I went and looked at it. That's what's crazy is how everyone's still hyping him like so insanely. Oh yeah, he finished as QB 11. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he finished as QB 11, and he only finished 2 points higher than Sam Howell, and it's because of no rushing. Where Lamar finished last year, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he only finished as QB 5. You know, no big deal. No big deal. Toyota 1. What up, bro? Let's smoke it up. Giant said I'm big on JD5. He's gonna need a couple years. NFL's hard. Tia said NFL is hard. It is, and like Anthony Richardson's the only one who comes out and is like, man, this NFL thing is easy. He played 3.5 games. You get hurt twice. One of them injured for the year, and you have the balls to say that the NFL is easy. Whoever said just my hot take, it's not like I have them in every league. No, I know, and I mean, that's a hot take amongst the fantasy community that like has to swing so big that you get noticed, I guess, because like that's and see, it's fantasy Twitter that has me jaded because there's always this extra rookie hype. And I feel like for our community, I have to like buck that just to make sure that we don't make these stupid mistakes, you know, that a lot of people are making. And yeah, the rookie hype is real. I remember last year there was multiple guys on fantasy Twitter championing that JSN was going to lead the Seahawks in receptions, in yards, and in touchdowns. And it's crazy. So I had to go make a video right after that saying that the worst pick that you could make in your fantasy draft this year was going to be picking JSN with all that hype and how high he was going to be going and the expectations and when he's going to be number 3 at best, like on his team. So I'm just saying, I'm just giving my ideology on why anytime there's hype on some of these rookies, like I'm going to be the one. We'll call a spade, but we also got to be realistic. I've been doing this way too long. Yeah, that's really what it is. I've been doing this way too long. Said I got JD5 in like 20%, but how many leagues though? Tino says there ever been a top 5 rookie hustle? I'm thinking maybe Big Ben or Cam. Fuck no, dude. Big Ben was so horrible as a rookie. Do you remember how horrible Big Ben was as a rookie? Like he was not the 5,000 yard gunslinger Big Ben. Like they grinded the ball with the bus. Like it was all running. Like remember, he had one of the worst performances ever for a Super Bowl winning quarterback that when he won. Let's see. What was Cam Newton's rookie stats? He threw for 4. Nah, see, no way he finished in the top 10. He threw for 4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, but 17 interceptions. Let's go see what his rushing was, because that's really what would bring it all the way up or not. Whew, he had 14 touchdowns on the ground and 700 yards. Could that have been enough? Let me see if I could find a list. Let's see. Dang, how do I? Let's see. Let's see if I can find 2011 most fantasy points scored. Got to try to find something that has. Yeah, you know what? You might be right, Tino. I think Cam might have been the only one. I know RG3 might have got close. Let me see. Yeah, as a rookie. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, and then Cam. Took him throwing for 4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, and then took him having 14 touchdowns on the ground and 700 yards. He threw the ball over 500 times, and he ran the ball over 120 times. That's not fucking that's not gonna happen. I don't know. Like, that would just be, that's an insane amount of work for a rookie to get, especially like in the throwing category. Like, let's see, how many attempts did CJ Stroud have last year? Yeah, last year, CJ Stroud has 499 attempts, so didn't even crack the 500. And but just right there though, 4,100 yards, 23 touchdowns. Yeah, see, it was his 5 interceptions. I mean, that really kept him keeping it his average downs. Yeah, never threw for 4K again. Yeah, let's go look. He never did, right? Let's see. Nope. And it was 4,051 yards. So I mean, he barely cracked it. Barely cracked it. And yeah, never threw for 4,000 again. That's crazy. That rookie year, man, it was such an anomaly. He took the league by storm. And they were 6-10. They were horrible. And he threw 17 interceptions. And Tina said, if I learn anything from watching sports, is that anything can happen. Oh, yeah, anything can happen for sure. But if something is that unlikely to happen, I'll believe it when I see it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to buy the hype of something that has like such a minuscule chance of actually hitting. Fantasy Sizzling, what up, bro? He said, hey, what's up, bro? Hope you're doing well. We're doing good. We're about to smoke. Let's get it. Let me see. What's another video that I got? Man, Tino, I think I found the most talented college football player ever. You ready for this? I don't even think you're ready. Don't blink. You might miss it. This is the most talented college football player ever. But I didn't say he was the most talented at football. This guy has multiple skills. Check this out.
For Ohio State University also makes sense. Marcus is on one of the bigger riders on the BMX scene.
Look at the speed that he just flew through it. He just hit a flare double downside whip. I was wondering what was going to happen with how fast he slingshot through there, but oh my goodness.
Does he not know his score already?
I don't think he cares. After what happened last year, he's like, you know what? Redemption. And then some.
Oh, this is unbelievable to see right now.
And again, all that in the first 25 seconds, and it's not stopping.
It's unreal to see where this kid is at now. Look at the speed, though, he's carrying with all these tricks. That's one thing to do the tricks, but to bring the speed, to bring these lines, unbelievable. What an amazing run for Marcus Chris.
That caught me. Fantasy Sizzle. That caught me off guard. I was scrolling through TikTok and it was like, this Ohio State linebacker. I'm like, what the fuck? Ohio State linebacker. Let's go see what this motherfucker is about to do. Then he starts shredding. Oh man. And then you hear him say he did that last year, but like he didn't do as good last year. Tino, got this motherfucking punk. You should be watching film. Man, if he could get paid being a BMXer like you could get paid for being an NFL star, he might take BMX a little bit more seriously, I'm sure. River said, me patiently waiting for college football to drop for PC. Man, just get a PS5, man. Then you can get in the dynasty with us, bro. Right? Crazy as hell, man. Let's show it one more time. It's so good. We got to watch it twice. So good. We got to watch it.
Linebacker for Ohio State University also makes sense. Marcus is on one of the bigger riders on the BMX scene.
Look at the speed that he just...
Right, I'm sure he does too.
He just hit a flare double downside whip. I was wondering what was going to happen with how fast he slingshot through there, but oh my goodness.
Does he not know his score already?
I don't think he cares. After what happened last year, he's like, you know what? Redemption. And then some.
Oh, this is unbelievable to see right now.
And again, all that in the first 25 seconds, and it's not stopping.
It's unreal to see where this kid is at now. Look at the speed, though, he's carrying with all these tricks. That's one thing to do the tricks, but to bring the speed, to bring these lines, unbelievable. What an amazing run for Marcus Chris.
Man, shredding out there, right? The fact that he's a linebacker too. Exactly. He's not like a wide receiver or a DB, you know, someone who's light out there just getting all aerial. Like, man, he's a big ass linebacker. I feel you, River Wayne. He said, I just don't want to buy it twice. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Let me see. What other videos did I find? Oh, so I found a couple more from the fight. So look at Jake Paul hyping himself up before the fight.
Jake Joseph Paul will knock out Mike Perry in 2 rounds. Get it, baby. I will defeat him. I will embarrass him. I, Jake Joseph, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Mike Perry in 2 rounds.
I feel like it's an embarrassment to him that Mike Perry lasted 6 rounds. Because he was wobbling for a while and Jake Paul couldn't even finish him. And says, dude's entertaining. You got to admit that. Oh, yeah, I've never not admitted that he's entertaining. We're paying attention. I already said this is not a boxing spectacle. This is an entertainment spectacle. And this is why he went for Mike Perry, because look at this. Mike Perry is pretty fucking entertaining also. Check this out. This is probably one of the things that got him on the radar. Peace out, River Wayne. Mike Perry starts, I'll do it again. Look at it. It just starts fucking up the mascot. Look at it. Squaring him up. It's not like he was hitting him super hard, and I almost feel like it's a work.
It's my time, bro. It's my time, bro.
Theo said, Huss, you know what? If I'm in his position, I'm wearing my headband, bringing out my fantasy football belts. Let's go. Let's go. You got to do it. Got to do it. And Fantasy says, I don't know. He seems like a good boxer, but definitely just a charade. I don't know, though. Okay. Is Jake Paul a good boxer? Good being the operative word. Yeah, like he's a good boxer. Like he's trained and all that. But you look like the way that he swings and the way that he punches. I mean, come on, man. Like he does not want to fight real boxers for a reason, because he is not a real boxer. It's not. Like this is like a step ahead of the backyard like type of fighting, you know, and not the quality, because Kimbo, like, man, there's nothing like Kimbo Slice like back in the day. But I'm just saying, like, it's like a step ahead of that. Like these guys are like brawlers, but they're doing it with boxing gloves on. They're not. And Tino said he's decent and young. I mean, he's not decent. Like is he good? Like, is he good compared to normal people? Yes. Is he good compared to any real professional boxer who's like boxing in a boxing league? Not like a professional boxer because you make money, you know, having exhibition fights. I mean, that's not what I'm talking about. Because yeah, what they I don't even know who what his I don't know the dude's name who beat him. Someone brought it up that the only real fighter that the only real boxer that he ever boxed pretty much mopped him up. He doesn't look like, does he look like a boxer when he's swinging? Like, those are not fucking technically sound punches. Like, not even close. And I don't even know that much about boxing, but you could just tell the way that he's fucking punching out there. Yeah, see, look sloppy and vulnerable against a guy who's not a boxer. That's what I'm saying. And that's like the perfect like type of word to use. Sloppy. Like, so much of his punches look sloppy. That's a very good word, Johnny, to use for sure. Because yeah, he's not horrible. He's good against like average people, but yeah, sloppy. That's a very, very good word, because a lot of his punches, he's throwing, it's like flailing his arms. It's not, doesn't, you know, there's no kind of accuracy to it. Said the problem is, who can they put him in the ring with? I don't think there's any commission that would allow him to fight. Well, no, like, why would he fight a top guy? It would have to be fighting a top guy as an exhibition, not like a sanctioned match for a belt or anything like that. Like, he said in 2 years that he wants to be the was it the cruiserweight? Yeah, Intercontinental Championship of the world. That he's going to be the cruiserweight champion of the world. I mean, there's so many guys who are probably in his weight class that are so much better than him now and probably younger than him now. But I don't know. I don't know that much about boxing. We need Hollywood or Derek or like one of those motherfuckers to come in here. Let us know. But yeah, Jake Paul, he's a spectacle, man. He's a spectacle. And we like watching his fights. We like commentating on his fights. Doesn't mean that they're amazing feats of athleticism. How about that? And Mike Tyson's going to whoop his ass, man. Mike Tyson is for real going to whoop his ass. Like, Mike Tyson can actually punch. And like Jake Paul, I mean, he's going to be dancing. Remember how Jake was dancing in the beginning of that? Just doing the Urkel shuffle and everything, like moving around. And he got tired. He gassed himself out. Like, he can't even run long enough to stay away from Mike. Right, Johnny Tyson does not look sloppy. No, no. When he's making those punches, like those punches are like accuracy, deadliness, brute force. Like, you know, just wait. I doubt Jake Paul. I mean, there's not too many people who've ever fought anybody like as good as Mike Tyson. But I'm just saying, Mike Tyson at like 50-something years old right now is better than any fight. Like, throwing one better punch than anybody that he's ever faced. That's it. That's it. So I don't know about him. Gives off McGregor vibes. Well, yeah, because that's what you have to do. That's really what you have to do to make the noise. And like, if you talk shit and you win, you make a little bit of noise. You talk shit and you get your ass kicked, you get knocked the fuck out. Like, you know, there's not much noise going to be happening. And Tienza never fight for a belt. He would have had to fight too many no-name lethal dudes to get ranked for sure. Yeah, you're never getting a shot at the belt if you're not ranked. Like, that's never gonna fucking happen. I got maybe in an exhibition, but it won't be for the belt for sure. What up, Wes? He said, what? He said, ready for them green waves to bust on y'all ass in Dynasty. Yeah, Wes, who'd you get? You got Tulane, right? That's funny. Yeah, we're ready. Tino, Wes is in the Dynasty with us. I'm sure we're gonna start having more people coming around the YouTube channel when we get this going, because we are going to be getting recaps going. We're going to be talking shit. We're going to be saying who's putting themselves on the map stats wise. Tino is who the fuck is he? He's Florida State, and he's the only one who had a game this week. Only one who had a game in week 1. And Johnny said, you know, those YouTube videos where old men fight off attackers and kick their asses, gonna be like that, but an old man is the most dangerous Googlist of all time, man. Marco says, not like Tyson is almost 100 years old. He's getting there though. Is yeah, a lot of guys try to be the McGregor vibe and they just look stupid, aren't meeting up to it. He actually gives it off. Yeah, I mean, and really anybody who I feel isn't the best in their craft, but they're flapping their gums, you know, like, yes, the McGregor vibes. It's the McGregor vibes for sure. Kick his ass, Wes. Nice. Fantasy Sizzles, I just did a dynasty draft. Nice. We're talking about on the NCAA, but yeah, we got to get more drafts going as well. Tino, Wes, can you send me your recruiting list, please? And Wes said, my buddy can join us. Yeah, for sure. Said, I don't know, y'all skill level was pretty good. Was thinking making him a 3-star under. Yeah, man, whatever. Yeah, tell him to join. Tell him to join. I know I'm not that good yet. It's been a while since I played. I got to get back in the swing of things for sure. Tino said, tell me it has to be San Jose State. That'll show how good you are making a rebuild. Yeah, we're gonna have college football 25 on PS. On PS5, add me, bro. So we need all the help we can get. Yeah, I mean, it'd be, and now I'm kind of thinking, should we do 20 or under so we could do a text message thread? But then I'm thinking, I think we do have some international people, so we wouldn't be able to make it a text thread like either way. So I'm thinking of doing the group chat on, I'm thinking of doing the group chat on Telegram. Wes said, just wait till week 2. You'll see Tulane under everyone's name. Oh, man. Oh, man. Marco said, you putting money on Mike to win? I just don't bet too much anymore, honestly. Football, I feel like I have a chance. I'll bet on football. I think I'm the only one who's able to, Wes. But just send him my my gamer tag, and then just message me his gamer tag so I know who's who. And then I'll get him in there and invite him. And say, wait, is it on college football? Is it a rebuild or just a season playthrough? So it's the we're doing an online dynasty for college football, like college football NCAA 25 on PlayStation 5. That's what we're talking about. We're doing all the other leagues as well, but this one specifically, we are talking about. But this one specifically is on the console. Where I'm going to try. I mean, we could get up to 32 teams. So right now we have 15, and then Wes is already getting someone in. So we're going to have like 16, 17. We're getting pretty close, and we want to get more people in. This will be something that, gets the 420 crew a little bit, brings us closer together. Okay. I'll, you know what, maybe should I just pull it up right now so I don't forget? Got to make a note of his, Marco said, if you do, better send the money to me instead. Much better use. Let's see. What is it? So cool. Tina said, how's you playing college fantasy football with me this year? I got a spot for you. Nah. I'm not the college game is enough. I can't I can't deter my fantasy any type of like, I can't do it. I'm trying to even think of the right way to say it, but like any type of energy, I just can't expel it away from my fantasy teams. So I'd be down to join if I can. You able to pick any team that's available or just play the season? So the only teams that you can't pick the 5-star teams. And there's only 5 of them. That's why, because everybody would have wanted to be those teams. So no 5-star teams. Trying to tell you who those 5-star teams are right now. Let's see. He can't be Alabama, Georgia, Michigan, Notre Dame, or Ohio State. He said like a Madden online franchise. Yeah, except there's no draft. You just, well, I guess on Madden, you don't always have to do a draft either. But yeah, add me, Fantasy Sizzling. It's FF Hustler 420. And if your name's Fantasy Sizzling, that'll make it even easier. And Wes says receive, you don't receive notifications. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. You have to go search for it. Said whoever got the Gamecocks got a broken receiver on their team. Who's got the Gamecocks? That's James. That's what the fuck you doing? Let's go see. Yeah, so we got 15 teams in right now. Let's see. All right, cool, Wes. You could tell them that I did that. And hell yeah, FF Hustler 420. That's my handle pretty much everywhere. On Twitch a while ago, I changed it to the 420 crew, but it was Fantasy Football Hustler for the longest time. I know, right? Gamecocks, what a name. Let me know if you add me, Sizzling, because I just turned on the PS right now to add Wes's homie into the dynasty. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Fake said I got banned from Smitty's channel by one of his main mods. Guess I shouldn't have told them that I was surprised he had time to talk shit. Figured he had both hands busy stroking Schmitty off. That's funny. So he didn't like that. Apparently it's not a apparently it's not a family friendly show. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Oh man. Okay, well good. At least I can but I'll mark you down at least on my list here so I know who's who. What I sin say? What up, Hassan? He said there's 3 days left for AEW Blood and Guts coming up. Man, that just does not sound like that does not sound like a pay-per-view that I want to watch. Blood and Guts. And then coming up on Wednesday night, Comic-Con Festival Showcase. Dude, yeah, Comic-Con's right now, huh? Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's this week. It's this week. Comic-Con's fun. I've only been twice. Well, actually 3 times. I've only been to the San Diego Comic-Con twice. I went to the one here in Vegas. And, you know, it's not that bad. It's like a little mini version of the San Diego one. Yep, sounds good. Fantasy Sizzling. Hell yeah. This Dynasty is going to be a lot of fun. No money on the line. It's really just me learning the ropes of doing an online Dynasty. So it's going to be fun, though, for sure. In lingerie football, there's a lot of game pussies. Right? Bake said blood and guts. Sounds like MMA in prison. I know, what the hell? It's a wrestling show. They're doing death matches? They're doing death matches out there? It's so funny though, because just like in regular fantasy football, there's always random flakes who are like, oh yeah, man, I want to play. And then like it's time for them to do anything, like click the link to join the league, or like that's why I make everybody add me on PS5. I'm not just adding people, you know, like you got to add me and then I'll create the rest of the process. You know, but yeah, that's what's funny. And I know I'm not even talking about you, Fantasy Sizzling. I know you're gonna join, but yeah, there's always these randos who come off of Facebook. Hey, what up, nerd alert? What up? Said, heck yeah. I said, I'm still said it's new. We're still all learning the game for sure. Said, not gonna lie though, my stick work on the game has been feeling nasty as fuck. I like it. Yeah, I gotta get I feel like I'm doing a lot better at running. And I feel like it's because so many college football players suck. It's like really easy to like juke out motherfuckers. You know, you got a guy with like 90 plus speed who's got like crazy juke, and you're just going against some like low 70s player and just like totally shit on them, break their ankles. Yeah, Fantasy Sizzling. Yeah, got you, bro. Got you. Blood and Guts is war games. What is it, like legit the exact same war games? Like setup. Marco said just got Disney Plus, so much stuff on there, man. Telling you, Marco. I've been trying to tell you, man, about that streaming service. It has all the shit on there. It has all the stuff on there from all these different apps. $40 a month, 40 US per month, USD per month, because I know you're not in the United States. And all you got to have is a Fire Stick. I mean, Fire Stick's the best. I know you should be able to get those anywhere around the world as well, right? Yeah, speaking of that, I got to get another Fire Stick for the office here ever since I've had the PlayStation in here. And Tina said, Brett, Disney be having crazy shit on there, like adult shows. Yeah, it's because it interlinked Hulu. It interlinked Hulu with it. And so I think if you have the bundle, it shows up. And I think if you don't have the bundle, it's like you click on the show, and then it's like, you must buy the bundle to get this. So I think that's why. I think it's their marketing. Fantasy Sizzling, YouTube will forever be goated for free. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm undercover in a Smitty file startup. Benson at the 606. Sanat at the 610. So we're in the 8th, and I'm the only one with 3 QBs. Is it a single QB or is it a super flex? Mark, I like the porn section on Disney Plus. And Fantasy says, I use YouTube more than Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and everything else. YouTube is the shit. Yeah. But for football season, so remember that, Fantasy Sizzling, $40 a month. The app that I have, it's going to get you access to every single game. And you can even have multiple up on the same screen. They got Red Zone, everything. I'm reminding people because, yeah, it's about time to get back in. And, oh, you know what else we're getting back into? We're getting back into the squares. The Hall of Fame game is on April 1st. So I'm going to start. I already have the board created. I just haven't, what's it called? I haven't told anybody about it yet, but it's literally 9 days away. So we might just put it out there just to start teasing people on the get them ready. And Fantasy Sizzling, I just use Red Zone. Yeah. But what about the games that you may want to watch? Red Zone doesn't get 100% of games. And Margot said not paying for Disney Plus. Well, so then what do you mean you just got it? You just got access to it? One of your nieces and nephews shared the password with you? Uh-oh. Hold on. Says I just got a bunch of notifications. Yeah, I need to go. Oh, we got the notification for the league. There we go. One of these leagues I needed to. We had someone trade a 2026 pick away. Had to create the 2026 league already. And I got it. Let's go put it in the chat. Oh, man. You guys ready? I created all the best ball divisions up to 120. I still got to go through and add them to my sheet and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, it is. It's getting real. I got to go update the bylaws with all the new payouts because we're right at 100. I mean, we're right there. Right. We're going to get to the 100 divisions this year. All right, let's pin that. There we go. There we Gucci. Ronald, what's the main strain today, my man? Let me see. I've been on the blueberries, so I kind of went back and forth. Yesterday, I was on the Biko, B-I-K-O Kush. But yeah, so I'm switching back and forth between those two, and I got to hit the dispensary today. Yeah, actually, let's pull that up. Let's see what kind of strains they got. You can't even fucking see anything when you go in anymore. So now I just fucking order off the app. It's like literally the same thing as going inside now. And they do curbside. Now I don't even have to get out. Let's see. Bubba Diagonal. They still got the blueberries in the Biko Kush. They got the soap. So the Bubba, 22%. The soap, almost 23%. The blueberries is 22. And then the Biko Kush is 23. Yeah, there's really only 2 brands that I fuck with. And that's at least right here in this area where I am. That's the Jasper and the Hustler's Ambition. Too many of these other brands are getting shit that's like just sitting around forever and ever, getting hella old product. Fancy Sizzling, you're right. I usually steal it off my dad. Said, but I usually can't sit on one game, so it's just not me. No. See, that's what I'm saying. everybody, man. We're addicted. We're addicted to this. And just wait, on Sundays, I'll be on Rumble and I'll be streaming Sunday Ticket for the most part. And we might have multiple games up. Maybe we'll just have Red Zone up. You know, we'll figure it out. But either way, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And Fancy Citizen said, bro, Uber smokes his dispensary. Man, I wish that'd be cool. Maybe one day. We'll have a dope. We're gonna have something dope for sure. Marcos, that chick I'm sort of dating shared her password. Okay. Does that chick that you're sort of dating, does she have kids, or is she just one of those like Disney adults? Toyota one said 45 days till kickoff. Let's fucking go. Toke it up. He said. He said, how many do I have now? I'm losing track. What are we talking about? How many bowls? He says, what do you guys think of Biden falling out of the presidential race? First time since LBJ. Very interesting. I mean, just he wasn't going to beat Trump anyways. So I mean, it's a smart move. They want to make it competitive, right? Because there's people who, I mean, there's a lot of people who would vote for Trump just because they hate Biden. Like, that's not a good reason to have someone represent you know, a presidential candidate, because they can't fix things if you know, it's not they can't fix anything if it's not a competitive race. Let's see if Wes's homie joined the dynasty. Nope, not yet. Okay, nope, she doesn't have kids. Okay, so she's just a Disney adult. Just a Disney adult. Oh, I said best ball teams. Okay, let's see. Let's search. Toyota one. 34. Nice. I mean, last year, I could go search how many, like, who had, like, the most last year. I mean, Crispy. Oh, no, never mind. This isn't even accurate. Yeah, I don't even know who had the most last year. Yeah, and it's not accurate because I still have, like, playoff teams, like, in there. And so it's adding extra names. Adding extra duplicates of names after the fact. But it said Crispy had 54, but some of those are a duplicate of his playoff teams and stuff. Crispy might have had the most last year. I think I'm going to run for president, guys. You know who is running for president? Jim McMahon. I can't remember his running mate, but also a former NFL player. Free weeds, guns, and abortions for everyone. She's an apprentice or a trainee. Not sure what the right word is for that in my work. Okay, nice. Don't do something stupid where you're going to make her quit because of you. Am I able to have a team reserved for me, or if it's not taken yet since I'm at work? Don't worry. It's not like people are joining like crazy, but there's a lot of teams that are already taken. Here's all the teams that are taken. Miami, Oregon, Texas, Tennessee, Colorado, Washington, Kansas State, Florida State, Clemson, South Carolina, Tulane, Texas A&M, Penn State, USC, Ole Miss. China, the most bipartisan candidate ever. Why do I need to choose between why do I need to choose between cool stuff? Right. Can't have both. I was gonna beg for Penn State, man. I'm sad now. Sorry, bro. Yeah, the person who so I have everybody in a list of like 1 to 15 of like when you joined. The person who picked Penn State, they joined number 13, so they just joined. Might have been yesterday. There's other good teams though. I know there is. Let me go see if it'll let me. Actually, I guess with an online, I don't know if it'll let me have more than one. So that is a lot taken, like you said. Yeah, 15 teams taken. There's still 4-star teams available. You can't choose a 5-star team. That's pretty much the only rule. And it's because everybody would have wanted them, and there's only 5 of them. So all the 4 stars are available. Well, not all the 4 stars of what's left are available. And yeah, I might have to go in and mark it down, like who's what. I wonder like who's what, like how many stars. I wonder if it shows. No, it doesn't show. Not here anyways. And he said, that makes sense, bro. I'm just talking. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And there's going to be more. Like, this is just the first one that I'm starting. And it's really so I can kind of, I mean, I remember doing these back in the day, but everything was a little bit different, you know, like it definitely wasn't 15 people or, 20 people that were in. Like the most I ever did a dynasty with was like 3 or 4 people. And, back then we had to literally pass around the console, like, or not the console, but the hard drive. Remember for Xbox 360 back in the day, they had the removable hard drive. Like, that's how we were playing our fucking dynasty back then. Is like someone put it on their hard drive, and then you that hard drive got passed around, and the person who like didn't even seem fair for the person who had to pass their console or had to pass the hard drive around, because like then you can't play nothing. I've done a couple Madden online franchises, yeah, and when Madden comes out, I know for sure we're gonna get them going as well. But that's going to be one of the ways that we get the crew more involved this year, getting back into the video game status. Let's do it. All right. We were rocking for a little more than an hour. A little more than an hour so far. Yeah, and there's so many damn people on here that people messaged, and I don't even know who the hell they are. And so I'm only inviting people who I know specifically, like who they are. Yeah, there's someone, We Dem Boys, not sure who the hell that was. Damn, there's so many. We got multiple pages of people now. Said I'm down to join if I can throughout it all. Said if it's still cool, yeah, man. I'd just be hanging around as long as you're hanging around the live streams, you'll be there. I would go join our community though. I think you already did, right? At 420crew.com. I think you might have joined that already. That's a way that you're going to be around everything as well. Right? Right. Toyota One, the hard drive was passed around. Sounds too funny. Right? Because kids today, they would never understand shit like that. They would never understand like shit like that, right? Like, what do you mean passing around the hard drive? Like, guys just didn't do it online. Shit didn't even exist then. And Tino said, let them all in. Huss, it don't matter. The better the players, the better. It's the only way to get good, for sure. For sure. Yeah. We're not yeah. Oh, what? Let them all in the teams? Nah. Those will be computer teams. Those will be computer teams. Because everybody would want them. There's no way to make it fair. Because everybody would want one of those teams. Well, maybe not everybody, but I'd say most people would. So and there's only 5. There's only 5. That's the thing that sucks, right? Toyota One, the struggle was real. Damn it, for sure. Like I don't even think these kids know, man. Like the biggest struggle that we had was waiting for the servers for like 2 days. Yeah, you should only get a 5-star. Texan Stevie, what up, bro? He said, how you like Charvarius Ward from San Francisco DB for a 39th round? That's a solid pick. Solid pick. He gets a lot of tackles. 49ers get thrown on a lot. He gets a lot of tackles. What did Marco say? Alex so old he started his first car with a crank. Oh, man. My first car that I got was as old as me, though. First car I got was an 86 Honda Accord. And I didn't even buy it. It was like my parents' car that they like had for years and years before they upgraded. And the shit was like just sitting, collecting dust. And then luckily they fixed it up right when I was about to turn 16. All my other brothers and sisters got a car bought for them. Tino said, who remembers the last time you had all your friends' bikes out in front of your house? Man, that's so fucking long ago, bro. So fucking long ago. Yeah. I'm trying to think now. For me, got to go back to like 10, 11. Because I'm even thinking when I was 13 and 14, riding a lot of bikes. I hung out with a lot of guys who lived in apartments, and it was like we had to bring our bikes inside. Your shit would get jacked if you left it out there. Didn't live or hang around neighborhoods where it was okay to do that. Fantasy sizzling. For me, it was scooters. Oh man, that shit's funny. Yeah, last time I remember the only time I ever fucked with a scooter was when I lived right down the street from my friend's house, and like we would get video game sessions or whatever just going at night, and I would ride the scooter down there because it was like, I don't know, half a mile away or like something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely wouldn't have been a full mile. But yeah, it was way easier to ride on the scooter than it was to walk. I think I was like 15. And that was kind of the only time that I was rocking a scooter. Marco says probably last week. You just can't remember because of your Alzheimer's. Man, and those electric scooters, man. I mean, there was a time when I was collecting. Remember when you had to collect them and you go turn them in and you get paid and shit, charge them, then you get paid for doing it. I'm sure people still do that, which is fucking crazy. But that was fun for a little bit during COVID. Brought in a little bit of extra money. Johnny Worthless News. Greg Dulcich is healthy. Yeah, right. Fancy Sizzling. My friend had a Supreme scooter and learned a bunch of tricks. So the whole squad got put on scooters. That's funny. Meanwhile, in news, Timmy also healthy for camp. Oh man. Where is Timmy on the depth chart? Let's go see. Where do they have him right now? Like, where is he like projected? Let's see. 4th. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Behind Javonte, Samaje, Jaleel. What up, Jamie? What's going down, bro? Smoke it up, homie. Toyota want to see some kids, mountain bikes with oversized tires. Yeah, I remember having a mountain bike at one point, but yeah, it's all about the BMXers, man. All about the BMXers. Toyota One, you ever go buy NCAA? You gonna get on the dynasty with us? Shit's gonna be so fun. We already got 15 people in. 15 people. It's gonna be awesome. Speaking of bikes, who didn't see the Ohio State linebacker doing crazy flips and tricks on his BMX earlier? Johnny said all that Javonte Samaje cut talk is hyping up as Timmy. Okay. Wow. Do you think Javonte gets cut? What up, Zoo Crew? It's a PS5 only for the Dynasty. So they don't have, I don't think you could do PS4 to PS5 gaming at all. I know you could do the cross-platform with like the Xbox Series 1 or whatever the fuck it's called. for like head-to-head matchups, but not for the dynasties. You have to be on PS5 for the dynasties. But what up, bro? What are you doing? Zukru was one of those people way back in the day that we were doing the fucking the what's it called, these dynasties with and shit. Yeah, I think yeah, back then I think I was rocking the U as well back then, and like Jimmy Graham was like a superstar like at that time. And of course, Zukru was rocking Michigan back then. I don't remember who was the star on Michigan back then. Zukru. I feel like that was like 08 status. Jamie said, I bet if Javonte gets cut, Dallas picks him up. Maybe, right? I mean, Zeke, he's not the full answer, right? There's no way that Zeke is, but we like it as of now. Denard Robinson, maybe. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's go back and see. Let's show me the players. Let's see. Nope, wasn't Robinson. That must have been later. I think wasn't Robinson on the 2014 one, like the most recent one. Let's see. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody off of this team. Yeah, no idea. I don't know anybody off of that team. What's your username on PlayStation? My fault. I'm gonna put it in my notes. FF Hustler 420. FF Hustler 420. And I'll put it in a message to Twitch. Rumors supposedly that Javonte Samaje are competing for one roster spot that make about the same money. Each are free agents after this year. Okay. Samaje, come on, man. Tim said, I don't mind Zeke carrying the load, but we definitely need another back. Yeah, for sure. Try to want to see what's up with the PS5. Oh, yeah, it's in my son's room. He does it. Yeah. I haven't played a video game since I was in my 20s for sure. Last football game I played was Madden 99, 2000, 2K. Even Samaje on the Cowboys would be dope. He could probably handle a Pollard role. Maybe. All right. Sounds good, Fantasy Sizzling. The shit's going to be fun. And yeah, I forget, Toyota. Like, Noble, he's gotten in trouble a little bit. He's gotten in trouble so much that the PlayStation is now in the office. And now he's got to play it with, like, with like me around and stuff. And because, yeah, he's been a little badass sometimes. And being disrespectful. He gets a little bit too comfortable because he doesn't get his ass whooped. That's the thing that's kind of tough. He's got like some Scorpio rage in him. But he's still on 2K. And of course, I let him play last night. It's like after 10 o'clock. He ate I swore he'd already eaten, but I guess not. And then like right after he plays for like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 minutes, something like that. Like, Dad, I'm hungry. Like, oh man, see, this is exactly why you don't get the PlayStation late. Cause like you'll play and play and play and then say you're hungry after. When like any of this time or even before, you could have said it, and I'm sure you were hungry. Fucking Marco, the apple doesn't fall far from the horse. I had to put 2K to bed, so the game slowly declined every year. It was really making anger problems throughout. Yeah, so I mean, we just we got the PS5 this year. Shout out to everybody who contributed. And that was like the first game that I got because wanted to get some game. I didn't even put any hours on it, man. It just wasn't. It's not fun. I know I played more hours on college than I played on 2K ever since I had it, and we got it in December. So maybe January something I got the game. WWE 2K though, that's a different story. Me and Noble put a lot of hours in on WWE 2K. Toyota one, I have 3 boys myself. That can be shitheads at times. Said they're now 25, 19, and 14. Yeah, bro, I believe it. I believe it because like, and it's one of those things too. It's not like I want to like beat Noble, but it's almost like we need to like wrestle or something so I can establish some dominance, just so he remembers who the boss is. Because yeah, man, especially with the Scorpios, man, he's just he's got it. He's a little badass. Said that once close to bedtime, every kid becomes a starving, dehydrated philosopher. Yeah, I know. Tino said, "Where's Kareem Hunt?" I think he's practicing his field goal skills somewhere. His field goal kicking skills somewhere. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. They don't want the drama. And yeah, see, they were lucky that the Browns. He was lucky that the Browns suck, and they picked him up because they could pick him up for cheap. But now he's an aging running back, and nobody wants a woman beater on their squad. They really don't. Tino said Uncle Jerry, man. They're so long they could have got him. I feel like, I mean, someone's gonna get him, right? Him and Lenny. I feel like they're gonna get picked up by somebody. They legit could just be camp bodies, though. Like, what if they're legit not even that good anymore, and they're just camp bodies? And Marco said, "Woman beater." You don't remember that where he kicked a field goal, kicked a girl? That's why I made the joke about him practicing his field goal somewhere. Jamie said, "I took my 3 and 5-year-old to a local wrestling event this weekend. They were they were little brats, so never doing that again." Yeah, 3 and 5. That was it. Just you? Was it just you and them two? Man, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. Like, I'm glad Noble's a little bit older now. Like, when we go out places, he's not a little shithead. It's only when he's like inside and like bored, like then he starts getting to scheming. Dalvin Cook too. Yeah. Did Josh Kelly go anywhere? That's a good question. Good question, Aquato. Let's see. Nope. Still a free agent. Still a free agent. Let me see if I can find a list of NFL running back free agents 2024. Let's see. I don't think anybody has a list going that far down. Let's see. Nah. Yeah, I can't even find anybody with a list that's showing the still like available. But that, I mean, those are like 4 right there that we could think of. Kareem Hunt, Josh Kelly, Lenny Fournette. No, that's 3. And Lenny Fournette. I mean, it was a while ago. Remember, that's why he got that's why he got cut from Kansas City. Yeah, kick that girl. Chiefs cut him. Never the same again, for sure. For sure. So other team kept kids beaters and alleged murderers. Yeah. Feel like Uncle Jerry's waiting for camp. Yeah. And late camp signings always get fans going. Bro, I mean, Kareem Hunt ain't getting no fans going. Lenny Fournette ain't getting no fans going. Joshua Kelly ain't getting no fans going. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, the fucking Browns. Yeah. Breida and Mac still out there. Yeah, probably. I don't think anybody picked them up yet. Yeah, fucking Browns picked Hunt. Yep. What do you think about that, Jamie? Hunt was okay for like a couple games over there. I feel like he had his moments, but it was never the same after KC. Never the same. After he figured out she lied to him about her age. Fucking Marco. Oh man. Oh man. So ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. So dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so.
Toyota one, yeah, Hunt was overhyped. Yeah, for sure. It was like if you remember, it was like he had a really horrible real horrible stretch in that season. It was like he was good for like the first like 5 or 6 weeks, and he sucked for like 5 or 6 weeks, and he came back on again. Didn't Tariq Cohen get picked up? Did he? And if he did, the Jets, what? The Jets picked him up. Tariq Cohen's on the Jets now. Probably going to lead to not a lot of nothing like it did on the Browns, but still. Jamie said, I hated it. I always said I should have replaced Dawson as our kicker. Said, honestly, I can see it being Kelly, Mac, or Breida, whoever's willing to sign for less than Zeke. Yeah. If you're still stuck with Akers, you may have to get another shot on selling them off. So Dalvin Cook, when he went to the Jets, yeah, now where is he? Yep. At home, chilling, probably watching this show right now. All right, let's get one more bowl. Then we're going to get ready to get out of here shortly. I said Tariq Cohen doesn't he need a cane when he gets on the field? Man, how old is Tariq Cohen? I mean, he's barely on his second contract, right? Nah, 2017. But 28. 28. Darren Sproles is still going to be the ultimate pound for pound Iron Man, though. He's AB. He's AB to be cold as fuck. Said I got my eyes on Cohen. Cohen ain't gonna do shit. Got I wonder if let's see if he's even like made their like depth chart projections. Yeah, he's not even in their top 4 right now. Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis, and then Izzy. Yeah. Tariq Cohen could just be a camp body, and that's it. What? You can still draft Sproles on sleeper. That's why he's so good. You can still draft him to this day. That's how good he is. That's how good he is. Emmett's the Iron Man, sir. Nah. And I said pound for pound. Emmett is he's no Sproles. He's no Sproles. Either way, man, Brett Favre, Eli, those guys are the Iron Man. Emmitt Smith ran behind the fucking best line in football forever. Spoiled brat. Brady's starting a new comeback. Hell no, man. Come on. He's getting ready. Getting ready for TV. Tom Brady's researching everything. He's learning the new makeup techniques. Everything. He wants to make sure he looks the best. Best of the best of the best. Sir. With honors. So people will be shocked on how small Emmett is. Let's see. Have him listed as 5'9", bro. It's like average height. Or what are you talking about, his weight? Let's see. Darren Sproles, I'm pretty sure was... I'm pretty sure it's 5'6". Yeah, 5'6", 190. 5'6", 190. And Tino said, I'm 5'9". Yeah, but most running backs are like that, though. Like Derrick Henry's like an exception to the rule. Most running backs are 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", right? I mean, I'd say like that because you got to be shifty. You got to be shifty. But they got some girth to them. Pause. Devontae Adams wants him as his QB. I read that somewhere. What? Wants who as his QB? Of course. Who doesn't want Brady as his QB? Right? Marco said Sproles was like 5 inches. Right? Jamie, remember Sproles was on that show, The League? Yeah. To remember because Jenny, she was what they call her, a sizist or something. She hated those slot receivers. She hated small people. So most small guys don't run like Emmett. Okay, hold on. Let me go check something before I just talk out of the side of my ass. So Barry Sanders was 5'8", just for context. I'd say he runs like Emmett, if not better. LT was 5'10". I mean, we're literally talking an inch, pause. Let's see, who else? Marshall Faulk, 5'10". Ricky Williams, 5'10". I mean, we can go on and on. And Tina said Barry did not run like Emmett. Barry was super elusive. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, when you say run like, I just assume you mean like really good. Like one of the best of the best in the NFL. But when you run behind the best line in football, it's very, very easy to run north and south. True or false, Tino? True or false? Deuce Vaughn. Tennis, I would say most RBs are like 6 foot 220. No. Let me see. Let's see if there's a website that'll show me the height of running backs. Let's see. The average height of an NFL running back is 70.73 inches. That's what this Google AI put in there. So 70 inches divided by 12, 5.83. So what the fuck is 8.3 in inches? Let me see, 12 times 0.83. So average height would be 5'9" and 96/10. So the average height for an NFL running back's 5'10". 5'10" is an average height for the running back. Based on that, said, God damn it, we got to do math. I did it. So yeah, the average height for a running back is like a slight tick under 5'10". Very, very small tick though. Like very, very small. Like talking a couple hairs. That's it. So I thought it should be between 5'6" and 5'10". So 5'10" is the average. If you're above 5'10", you're above the average. If you're below 5'10", you're below the average. And but very interesting though. I mean, even all those ones that I just read off right now, Marshall Faulk, Ricky Williams, LaDainian Tomlinson, like I mean, all of them were 5'10". Just like a real good height to be shifty, but also to be a little bowling ball at the same time. Jack Shapiro was the shortest player in history at 5'1". Yeah, that's crazy. Marco said I'm 4 feet and 22 inches. Adema, what up? He said Vaughn was nasty at K-State. Said you play NCAA yet? Yeah, we're playing it on PS5. We're actually starting an online dynasty right now. Our homie Fantasy Sizzling is going to be getting in it as well. We already have like 15 teams taken though, but It's free. It's really just going to be for fun. So, I mean, if you want to get in, bro, come get in. I'm going to be creating a group chat. We're going to put it on. Actually, I did create a group chat, and I'm put it on Telegram already. Fantasy, I was going to say 5'9" to 5'11", so I had that. Yeah, because it would be right in the middle, 5'10". Yeah. I mean, and see, like, I want you to tell me someone in the NFL who was like really, really great in the NFL, like amazing in the NFL, but they like were not great in college. Like, I don't think it works like that. I'm pretty sure everybody who's great in the NFL was like great in college, like as well. I'm not talking about like Matt Castle or like someone who didn't even fucking play. You know, we're only talking about players who started and played. So if anybody was thinking that, no. Personal stats 6'2", 225. A 4-foot running back would be interesting. I mean, they'd get killed. Nice. I'm in year 2 with Wake Forest. Went 10-3. I'd be down if you want to send me PM. So here, I'll throw the gamer tag in there. And let me know your gamer tag, Adema, and we get you added in there. Tino said Mahomes is okay, but I don't think he'd ever won a bowl game. I mean, there's so many factors that go into that. Like, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I'm not talking about team success. I'm talking about personal things that they did. Highlight reels, stats, like that kind of stuff. Like, I still like someone posted picture of Brady and Rodgers side by side, and it was like, I can't remember if it was their whole career or what it was, but it was like Brady had like the wins, the games, you know, like all that kind of shit. But then when it came like Rodgers threw less interceptions, he had better QBR, he had, you know, all these numbers and shit that were like better. The thing that, like, when it comes to football, that's so weird to me is people combine personal talent with team success. Because, like, Tom Brady is not the most talented QB to ever play in the NFL. And I'm sure he will admit that, because he wasn't. Like, there's so many people who are so much more talented than Tom Brady. But Tom Brady was in the best system. They always had a fucking, they always were competitive because of their GM. Always had a defense. Always had a decent running game. But the things that Tom Brady could control, being a badass, you know, student of the game, not turning the ball over a lot, making the smart decision and getting rid of the ball quick, like those kind of things that he could do. Like, yeah, he did them better than anybody else. But like Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Peyton Manning is way more talented than Tom Brady. And if Peyton Manning was on the Patriots for those years, would the Patriots have been a different team? Probably, because like they would have had a guy who could actually like throw it and sling it around there. Bill Belichick never had Tom Brady like bite off more than he could chew. And Tino, I'm starting to think you hate successful people. Well, this specifically was a Aaron Rodgers Brady. I mean, that's where I started this, literally with those two, because Aaron Rodgers is way more talented than Tom Brady. And even in the games where Tom Brady's team won, especially in the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers had better stats. Like, you know, but yeah, I mean, when we're talking about two successful people, we're splitting hairs between so if I'm saying one person's better than the other, I don't know how that's hating on a successful person if they're both very successful. And yeah, I mean, people are going to say that it's my worst take, but it's because people don't listen. And two, they equate talent with team achievements. That's the thing, like talent with team achievements. Like Tony Gwynn, one of the best baseball players to ever play. Look at his personal achievements. Played for one of the shittiest organizations ever. made it to 2 World Series in his 20-year career, and had to play 2 of the best teams that were ever assembled, and he just happened to go up against those 2 teams. That's what I mean. Aaron Rodgers has 4 MVPs. Peyton Manning has 4 MVPs. I know Tom Brady's like right there, and if you mix in his Super Bowl MVPs, he's there. But Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl MVPs as well. So it's that's what you have to remember. Talent doesn't equal team success, because who's the QB that won for the Bucks that year? Who's the QB that won for the Ravens? Like, are those guys uber talented because they won a fucking Super Bowl? No, they won in spite of the QB. And look at Tom Brady's first Super Bowl appearance. They won in spite of him, and he got better, and he is clutch, and he doesn't throw interceptions, and he makes the right plays. Those are the things that he can control. Those are things he can control. He said, bro was an idiot in college. Buffalo took a hard shot on him. Oh, Josh Allen. He was good enough to get drafted as the 9th overall pick, so he couldn't have been horrible. But yeah, he wasn't that good in his first couple years. Said we played the games. Everyone was trying to win. Guys like Brady and LeBron won. It's pretty simple. Bro, LeBron won. LeBron lost more than he won, if we're talking about finals. So I would just never put Tom Brady and LeBron James in the same conversation again. Like, they're not even in the same room when it comes to and LeBron James, super talented, can't fucking win to save his life unless he has because it's a team sport. That's why it's in some shitty situations. And Tom had the clutch and the dog in him knows when it mattered the most. Manning folded a lot in the playoffs. Manning had no defenses ever. Never. And not until he got to the Broncos, and then they won in spite of him. So, yeah, that's what it is. Like, Peyton Manning can only play quarterback. He can only play quarterback. So if, like, the defense gives up, like, 30 or 40 points, and, like, he can only play quarterback, Like, remember Tom Brady versus, like, Mahomes didn't no, I don't know how so many people are acting like Tom Brady didn't have an amazing defense with the Bucks, because they destroyed Mahomes, and it didn't. The line made a huge difference, but they locked down what's his name, Travis Kelce. Yes, honestly, a lot of players play on bad teams. If they're so talented, they can just pick a team they want. Not in football, though. Not really. Like, things have to work out, especially in football. Basketball, for sure. Like, we see that happen time and time again. Baseball, not so much. Yeah, it's really just basketball. Basketball is the only place where you can really, like, seem to get away with that. Most local teams are bad. Yeah, for sure. Most teams in general are bad. Was that the stuff that was like first one that we smoked? The one with the what? The what? Vico? That one? Gotta go to the dispensary today. So, Tino, do you understand a little bit more like what I'm saying now that I'm trying to explain it? Because it's never a shit on Tom Brady. It's also just like making a debate a debate. He's not the most talented. Is he the GOAT? Most people say he is. With his with all of his records and everything, it's hard to deny it. But I will always come up with a way to at least spark a debate. Bron's the GOAT. No, he's not. It's Jordan, bro. It's not even close. There's so many people we can go down the list before it's LeBron. Because pass assists, blocks, and everything that they say he's good at, like, He's not really that good at it when it comes to like the best of the best. LeBron is like, he's what do they call that? A jack of all trades, master of none. That's what he is. Jack of all trades, master of none. Tino said LeBron will be carrying the USA flag because all of his teammates respect him. His teammates currently consist of the best basketball players in the world. Oh, and LeBron is the team captain. I mean, what do you want, man? Like, LeBron's the one who's going to be the most successful out of everybody. He's like the fucking and I'm talking about after basketball, not just in basketball, because that, like, he's about to be out of basketball. He's the most popular, man. He's the most popular. And you know why? Because he could ruin you. He could ruin you real easily by just saying some shit on social media, like, about you. People want the shot to, like, go on his podcast. Like, people want the shot to be around him, to be able to, like, get some money doing some things outside of basketball. He's like the high school fucking president right now who got it because it's a popularity contest, not because he's the best. And they almost lost to the Sudan or something. Like, come on, man. Like, they almost lost. They almost lost already. Like, Kobe and Jordan never almost lost. Not in an Olympic game. Never. They always destroyed the competition. LeBron's lost a lot of Olympic games. James Jones did it. Thank you, James. James Jones is the man. We love the weed smokers. We love the weed smokers. Because he still made it. He still made it. Went to San Jose State and everything. Still made it. What's with you guys and these stupid names for baseball teams? The El Paso Chihuahuas. The Amarillo Sod Poodles. My favorite is the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimps. Man, can you just imagine how many minor league baseball teams there are? Okay, because like each baseball team, 32 MLB teams, has like, what is it, 7 or 8 farm teams? Like, there's so many. Like, okay, let's say every 32 teams has 7 farm teams. That's 224 teams. That's a lot of fucking team names, and you can't duplicate any of them. That is a lot. That's a lot. And you don't get to that position being the best in your era. Sometimes in college, it's better to go with a bad team like Caleb did, where you can just ball your style. Well, yeah, I mean, that's why even in college, like, style of play is one of the I can't think of the word, is one of the requirements, or, you know, the criteria, one piece of the criteria. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Criteria. Playing style, pro potential, like all that. Yeah. Guys, sizzling, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watch a lot of film. I've done multiple essays and research between Jordan and LeBron career and what he's done with the teams he's had. With all of our own opinions, LeBron's undoubtedly the best basketball player. He's not. He's really not. And I'd love for you to come on and debate, because he's not. Because the reasons why you hate on Jordan, you'd probably praise LeBron for being the same, being a bad thing in general. But LeBron gets praised for a lot of things that he doesn't do good. He gets praise as if he's the best player that's ever that was playing on his championship teams when he wasn't. Yeah, he's lost to some teams that probably didn't deserve to win championships. Yeah. Like, once Jordan got going, there was no stopping him. There's not too many people who are like beyond dominant in any professional sport within their first couple years, you know, like, really isn't. And Jordan was dominant and never stopped. Like, nobody could beat him. Everybody beat LeBron. Like, everybody. Jordan wasn't scared of anybody. Remember when LeBron James was at the line and he saw Kawhi Leonard get subbed in? He's like, man, dang, he's coming back in. Gonna block me. Like, LeBron's a bitch, dude. It's all hype. It's all social media hype. People are stroking him off way too much. And What Giants say? Brady's my QB1 of all time, but I agree with you that he had to go with the team. Peyton was going to be a stud no matter where he went. Yeah, like, okay, I want everybody. If you are starting a team right now, okay, of every single player that you could start a team with, and this is like the ultimate fantasy NFL team, and your rings don't matter, your fucking team shit that you did in the past doesn't matter. You're picking this person because we're all gonna have a fucking tournament of games. In this hypothetical tournament, who would you want as your QB? Who would you want as your QB for this hypothetical tournament? If you could pick literally any QB in history, and personal accomplishments, total stats, all that kind of shit doesn't mean anything. Based off what they're going to do in these couple games that we play, who would you want as your QB? Throw it in. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. And Fantasy Sizzle sound very open-minded. I see both sides. Yeah, I could be unbiased too, but I can't. I'm not going to be extra biased. You know, for certain eras. I mean, for things change. Things change. Tino said Jordan was afraid of Rodman until he got on his team. He beat Rodman when it was all said and done. When it took 3 times to do it, and they were also back-to-back champions, right? Don't change the subject, Tino. Throw it in the chat. We're starting this hypothetical football tournament. Who is going to be your QB in this hypothetical tournament? Stats mean nothing. Super Bowls mean nothing. None of that. Just the talent that they're going to put on the field. Who would be your QB in that game? And you could build the team however you want. You could be build the team however you want. Marco says, not like there's minor league teams called the Red Sox, Cubs, or Mets. Is there? Well, no. I mean, I'm pretty sure that each team will have a duplicate of their own for like the rookies, for like the rookie leagues. I'm pretty sure. Like it's like the rookie Mets, the rookie Cubs. I think. I'm not 100% positive. These clips of Jordan doing it all. There's clips of Jordan doing all of that. It says just opinions, what you choose to believe, and what you said is true, but I could definitely debate. Yeah, I mean, there's ways that you debate it, but it's never with who's the better winner. I mean, you could say who's more talented. LeBron's just bigger. Like, that's it. He's literally just bigger. And like, pause. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, other than that, I mean, there's nothing on defense that Jordan isn't better at. I mean, if you're saying LeBron's better at blocking, he's bigger. Jordan's way better at stealing the ball, you know? Like, Jordan's been all team, first team defense, you know, like 9 times, won defensive player of the year. LeBron's scared to join the slam dunk contest, you know? Like that's just crazy to me. You're the biggest, you're the best dunker, but you're scared to join the slam dunk contest. Like, that's just like negative points, like, for me right there. He said, my number 1 NFL pick of all time. Just QB. Just QB. Fantasy Sizzling says, give me Cam Newton. I mean, Cam Newton won the MVP. I definitely wouldn't build my football team around a Cam Newton, because I wouldn't have a gadget QB, and Cam Newton definitely a gadget QB. One of the best, but because he's fucking huge. Pause. Marco said Tebow for Tina. I mean, Tebow, all he does is win, man. All he does is win. Tino said, I know how the rookie year is going to turn out. It's not the rookie year. This is a hypothetical tournament, Tino, that we are doing with every single player that has ever existed. They're not rookies. You're picking them during their prime of their prime. Like, this is all time. Yeah, we're not talking about their rookie year. We're talking about whatever player you pick, you're getting the best version of that player that you're putting on the field. That's what I'm saying. And he said, give me Brady then. There you go. There's so many people I'd rather have over Brady, because the stats don't mean anything. Just remember this, Tino. The stats don't mean anything. The Super Bowls don't mean anything. None of that. None of it means anything. None of it means anything. Whatever talent you put on the field. There's so many. I'd take Mahomes over Brady. I'd take Rodgers over Brady. I'd take Peyton Manning over Brady. Because you get to pick your own team. You get everything. You get to pick everything. And Brady, like with an all-star team, Brady would be good, but he can't sling it and he can't run out of the pocket, because if it's an all-star team, that means there's all-stars on defense, like around him also. But yeah. He said, I want a 50 touchdown season. Yeah, none of that matters. You're not getting 50 touchdown season. This is a hypothetical tournament that's happening. It's literally going to be a couple games. So yeah, the stats don't mean anything. And Peyton Manning threw 50. Mahomes thrown 50. Shit, Dan Marino. I'll take Dan Marino. Dan Marino threw it when people were throwing 3,000 yards a game on average. Dan Marino threw for 5,000. Not 50, but 5,000. So you can't lie. MVP Cam can shred an all-star defense. Actually, no, he can't. He couldn't even beat the Patriots. How can you say that? Because like sooner or later, you have to throw it. That style of play does not win Super Bowls. It just really doesn't. Like your defense has to be so good. That just keeps you in the game, because you're not going to score that many points against like the best of the best teams, because it's really about grinding the ball, and it's not about being a super high powered offense. He didn't even throw for 4,000 yards that year. He said, you mean the Broncos, but there's a lot of things I can go on about that game. Oh yeah. The Broncos, not the Patriots. Yeah, I forgot. The Patriots, it was way before that. When the Panthers played the Patriots. Yeah. Yep. Couldn't beat that all-star defense. And the Broncos offense was so garbage with Peyton Manning, and but Cam couldn't get it done. But he didn't even throw for 4,000 yards that year. He's the MVP because of the rush. And because of their schedule too, because I'm pretty sure they had one of the dopest records that year. Let's go back to Cam Newton MVP stats. What year did he win the MVP? Was it 13? What year did Cam win the MVP? 2015. So it wasn't the year that they went to the Super Bowl. 3,800 yards, 35 TDs. I mean, yeah, that's why. He never sniffed 35 TDs in any other year. He never even had 25 outside of that year. 10 INTs, also like one of his lowest. But I'm sure a lot had to do with that rushing. It was rushing a lot that year. Not even his best rushing year either. 600 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's had a great they had a great run of it that year. 15-1. 15-1. But I mean, yeah, Cam Newton, I mean, yeah, he's an MVP. He won MVP for sure, but I don't know. That's not the style of play that I would be playing. I wouldn't be trying to grind it out. We're gonna pick a QB that's gonna be able to stomp on people's throats. They had the best offense that year. I mean, they probably did because they were 15-1, but he didn't even throw for 4,000 yards. So winning the MVP like that's not gonna win. And I mean that it's not a recipe for success. It's really not, because you're not playing playoff teams all the time. He said Newton can sling it, bro. He only had 1 year over 4,000 yards. That's not a gunslinger. Only 1 year over 4,000 yards. No, he's a runner whose arm is based on his arm. His success with his arm will be based off how good he can rush, not good on how how good he can throw it. Has a cannon of an arm, but he can't throw it for 4,000 yards. That, like, 4,000 yards is nothing. Let's see, 4,000 yards divided by 16. It's only 250 yards a game back then. He couldn't even do that. Let's see. How many years did he play? 1, 2, 3, 4. Played 11 years. 32,382 yards. Divided by 11. What? Oh, some of these are fucking it up. For his career, he's only averaging 2,900 yards a season. The 2 years. Well, how about we take those 2 years out? But let's see, we got to take those yards out as well too. 1,256, 1,256. And it's 1,256, and then we'll give it 9 years instead of 11. He's averaging 3,458 yards in seasons where he was the starter. That's not good. That's not good. By anybody's metrics, that's not good. Doesn't matter. Is Cam a Hall of Famer? Fuck no. Fuck no. Just like Phillip Rivers isn't a Hall of Famer to me, just like Eli Manning isn't a Hall of Famer to me. Eli would be the closest. Says receivers weren't good. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Don't matter. Everybody would be better if they were thrown to great receivers. And there's not enough great receivers to go around. He wouldn't have been that good if he didn't have guys like Luke Kuechly, on defense. I'm sure we can go down a list of defensive guys that guys like Peyton Manning might have never had. He said that's because of the offense they're running. Yeah, because he's a better runner than a thrower, and that's how they got the edge. Like that. Why, if I have a QB who's great at running, not super, super great at throwing, he's good at throwing. He's as good as an average NFL QB at throwing. Nothing amazing, but he's really good at running. Yeah, you're going to do things that support his qualities versus like doing things that support things he's not the best at. Toad one Brett Favre was a fun slinger. I'm assuming gunslinger and INT specialist for sure. For sure. Tino said, I think I seen Cam was ranked 29th all time. 29th QB of all time ahead of Warren Moon. I mean, who would you rather have? I feel like I'd rather have Warren Moon. Warren Moon's probably hated on a lot just because of the time that he was doing shit. And what Warren Moon play on the Oilers? Sucked. Is Cam a Hall of Shamer? No way. He won the MVP. Ain't a Hall of Shamer if you won the MVP. Tino said the Colts D was good. When? The 1 year that they made it to the 1 year that they made it to the fucking to the Super Bowl. I mean, you had a couple good pieces, but their defense was good. Okay. Middle of the road might as well be mediocre in the NFL because we're judging it on different types of standards. And Fantasy says, I wish we could actually prove who's right. I know. I mean, that's what's fun about it. That's what's fun. Warren Moon throws more picks in San Diego State. Well, yeah, so does Brett Favre, though. But I mean, they're gunslingers. They're gunslingers who played on. I mean, I don't know. I know Brett Favre was on a bunch of shitty teams, but it's not like Green Bay was really like that good all those years that he was there. Marco said OJ was an MVP too, but he should be in the Hall of Shame too. Man, OJ was never found guilty. That's all I'm gonna say. OJ was never found guilty. And what Tino say? Said some would say Dwight Freeney was good. Yeah, and Robert Mathis. That's what I said. They had some good pieces, but there's 11 guys who got to go out there on defense. Tell me a linebacker that they had back then that was good. Tell me a guy besides Bob Sanders that they had back then that was good because Bob Sanders got hurt every fucking year. Tell me some of those guys besides Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney because everybody knows them. They couldn't do it all. Can't do it all. Hamilton said, can you rank the tight ends this year, PPR format? I'll rate the top couple. How about that? After we get past the top couple, you're throwing darts anyways. I'm still going Kelsey number 1, Laporta number 2. Mark Andrews number 3. Fuck, who would be number 4? I'm not putting McBride in the top 5. That's my stance on McBride. I'm putting him outside. I'm putting him at 6. Huh? But you know, I don't even know. Without thinking too hard, I don't even know who would be the next guy. Who would be the next guy on my list after those 3? Because those are the guys that I really want. Let me see. Who would I put at number 4? Man, it's so ugly. I feel like I just want the top 3 and that's it. Man. Cause yeah, like who would I want there? Like Evan Ingram, probably. I feel like I'd put Evan Ingram at number 4. Then I'd probably put Dalton Kincaid at number 5. And then I'll put McBride at number 6. So I think that's how I'd do it. I think that's how I do the top 6. And then maybe Pitts like right after that. Njoku kind of close by after that. Not for the murder stuff, but for other stuff. And no one said OJ was squeaky clean. I didn't say that. It said I like how you can name them all. I said Cam would have had my Hall of Fame vote if it counted. It said it would. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. Hall of Fame is getting very watered down now. It's not the Hall of Very Good. And one MVP is very, very good. It's not great. It's not Hall of Fame worthy. He doesn't have Hall of Fame numbers. And like your numbers should be like off the charts now, because if guys like Rivers and Matt Ryan get in because of like their numbers, because they're like higher overall, like the longevity like overall or higher, that'd be a shame. But Dion's even talked about that. He's like, man, he was like, they need a separate type of gold jacket or like a separate room in the Hall of Fame for the Hall of Famers of the Hall of Famers, because it's getting so watered down now, and it's is getting watered down. Lee Harvey Oswald never got convicted. You're right. You're right. Kittle would be in my top 10 somewhere. The one thing that just sucks about Kittle is he always gets hurt. And like it's been so many years of that it's just like it has to be baked into his price somewhere. But you're right though. I mean, I do like Kittle, and he probably should be there at number 4 ahead of everybody. If I'm doing it with my heart, if I'm ranking with my heart, Kittle's probably number 3. Fantasy, my dynasty draft, I got Kincaid and Pitts and Josh Allen. I love that combination. There you go. There you go. Tino said, what happened to Bob Sanders' son? I don't know. What did happen to Bob Sanders' son? I don't know. What happened to Bob Sanders' son? Tell me. Tell me. I can't go research it. I mean, I tried to research. It didn't pop up. Said, yeah, but OJ was a delight in those Naked Gun movies, right? She ran for 2,000 yards in one season. Come on. And Fantasy Citizen, you really put Cam on the same level as Kirk and Phillip. Of guys who like had some numbers but didn't really win anything. Yeah. Is Cam more talented? Shit, I don't know. Rivers got drafted as the 102. He got drafted like he was going to be something. Said the game changes. This is why I think it's unfair. Emmitt Smith played in the Bell era. Yes, he was the best running back in the era with Damian Thomas. I was just as good as him and yet less yards. What? LaDainian Thomas, dude, no. You realize that Tomlinson was drafted in like 2001, right? No, they didn't. I mean, did they play at the same time? Maybe for like a year or two, but come on, like when did Emmitt Smith leave the NFL? I mean, he played until 2004. So if you're saying Emmitt Smith on the Cardinals was like Emmitt Smith, You know, he started his career in 1990. Okay. LT didn't start his NFL career until 2001. He said the Dana Carvey Flamin' OJ is a bit classic. That's funny. Yeah, in 14 games. Yeah, that made it even crazier. Oh, his son plays linebacker somewhere. Huh. Well, what's his name? We got to figure out his name. Said, but Kittle gets like 3 TDs. You need him to boomer bust. Yeah, that's why I don't really like Kittle. I mean, not why I don't like him, but that's why I rank him lower. Said, but he's a blocker during the games. I mean, yeah, if you got points for like pancake blocks and like shit like that, like Kittle would be like the best because he's the best all-around tight end, even better than Laporta, better than Kelsey. But yeah, that's when blocking comes into play. So that's what I'm saying. How you're comparing Jordan to LeBron, it's the same as comparing Smith to it. Numbers don't matter. It's just were you the most dominant, right? And LeBron wasn't the most dominant. Jordan was. Just like was Brady the most dominant? I mean, when you only win 7 times in like 21 years, you know, you're dominant in 33% of your career. If we broke it down by percentages, you know, maybe things would be a little bit different. He said, but at the time came into the league, snaps were dropping. What do you mean? Because Ricky Williams came after Emmitt Smith, and he has the 2 most attempts in back-to-back seasons. Emmitt Smith does not hold that. That's a real bell cow, though. Let's see. LT until 2007. So from 2001 until 2007, he had over 300 attempts every single year. 339, 372, 313, 339, 339, 348, 315. Those are just his rushes. Let's go check his passing or receiving. How many receptions? 59, 79, 100. He had 100 receptions in 2003 while having 313 attempts. 413 times he touched the rock that year. 66, 77, 80, 86, 77. Let's go look at Emmitt Smith, how many times he was touching the ball. Because since we're comparing those two to those two. As a rookie, he only touched the ball 241 times. 365 and 49 targets. It looks like he had a decent amount of he was getting a decent amount of receptions also from 40 to 50. I mean, he ain't touching 100. Let's see. 365 plus 49 receptions. 414 right there. Let's see. So Emmitt Smith led the league in rushing with 365 attempts and 368 attempts. That was just 2 seasons. LT did not lead the league in rushing when he ran for 372 attempts. So that would have been higher than both of those Emmitt Smith numbers. So I don't know. I think you're wrong about LT coming in a time where they weren't giving people the rock. If you were that good, you were getting the rock. And no, it wasn't 350 every year. You ready? 241, 365, 373, 283, 268, 377, 327, 261, 319, 329, 294, 261, 254. So, I mean, I know you're remembering certain years. 91, of course. 92, of course. I mean, he didn't touch 393, and then 94, 95. I mean, those are the years. Like you're literally just thinking of those 5 years, and that's how you're basing his entire career, and that's what you're basing his entire career off of. That's all I'm saying. How many years did Emmitt break 350 compared to it? That's what I'm saying. How many did he break 350? Those 1, 2, 3. 3 times did he break 350. That's it. 1, 2, no, 4. 1992. He also had over 350. So that's it. You're taking these 4 years and you're making it seem like that was his entire career. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But yeah, those 4 years, very, very dominant on the amount. Fancy says, and he still won a ring. He wasn't supposed to. Oh, dang, who are we talking about? I said, how is LeBron not dominant? Go watch all the NBA players. I don't care what people have to say who are kissing his ass. Like, that's what you don't understand. That's why I am so against LeBron, because people say things to kiss his ass. He said, I said Toronto was called LeBronto. Teams were scared of Bron, bro. They weren't. Like, he lost more than he won. Teams were not scared of him. Like, they were not. They realized all you got to do, make him pass. Make him pass. Because he's scared. He's scared to take it into, he's scared to take on 2 people going into the lane. He'd rather pass when he could dunk all over 2 players because he's so big, but he'll pass to the open man who's like some scrub who shouldn't even be taking a shot. Say dominated the 2010s. No, he didn't. He won 3 rings. It's hardly domination. Hardly domination. Because I'm pretty sure Golden State won more in the 2010s than he did. And so he didn't just win rings because he just didn't win rings because of the teams he assembled against him. Yes, he won 100% of his rings from teams that he assembled. And Cleveland, when he left him in such shambles that they got 2 or 3 number 1 picks after. And so he also created that, and created Kyrie Irving, who has way better ball handling skills, way better scorer. It's like D Wade, way better scorer. D Wade answered like all of his press conference questions, like shit for him. Like, I just think people aren't honest with like what's going on with the way that like things happen with LeBron. Like, you know where LeBron lost respect for me, but so many people praise him. Remember when he was like, Miami's going to win 8 championships, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. And seeing like, I don't know, I'm just old enough to where you can't write checks and, you know, like that. Oh, you're going to win 8 championships, huh? And then you win 2. People are like, oh, but he won 2. He won 2. He guaranteed 8. He said that they were going to win 8. Like, too much jaw japping for me. Like, too much talking shit and not enough winning. Tino, that's why they called him the king in 2003 when he first entered the NBA. That's also a reason why he's been hyped since day one. And why? Why is he? Why? I know people know the answer. It's because NBA was literally declining at the highest, not peak, but highest valley that they've ever been declining to. Kobe and Shaq were like its only stars. Not only stars, but they needed LeBron to be like the next big thing, to be like the next big hype. And that's why they called him the king before he even stepped on the court. Said you're talking Golden State, best set of players ever assembled. Not the best set of players ever assembled. No, definitely not. Best set of players maybe drafted by the same team. Probably, yeah. He said, man, do you at least appreciate the greatness? Yeah, see, that's the thing. By me not stroking him off and like, you know, putting his balls in my mouth, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate greatness. But if we're going to compare Jordan and LeBron, there's got to be a number 1 and a number 2. LeBron's just going to be number 2. Like that's just how it goes. So if the LeBron fans want to win some debates, you better start picking a different target besides Jordan. That's all I'm going to say. He said, I'm ready for LeBron to rock the bald spot and the gray beard, ball these youngsters up, Uncle Style. He ain't doing. They can't even do that now. Come on, man. Like what? He's gonna go ball up China and shit. He's gonna go ball up some of the motherfuckers that are like half his size. Man, LeBron did not live up to the hype, bro. With the hype that LeBron has been built by guys like you, Chris, you specifically, he should have won 20 championships, bro. That's the hype that he should be living up to. Should have won at least 10. Should have won more than Jordan. Should have won more than Will. Get out of here with that. You've been hyping him up as the best player before he had even 4 championships, included a COVID championship. No, by your standards, he should have won way more than 4. You guys are ridiculous for as much as you hype him up, saying that he lived up to the hype. Fuck no. And yes, D Wade was a better scorer than him. That's why when the game was on the line, who was LeBron passing to? He said, if anything, Jordan's fan stroke. I mean, if it's, I mean, you could say it, Sizzling. It's the youngsters who are on all the LeBron hype. So yeah, are Jordan fans going to defend? For sure, for sure. And when Jordan was there, I was 12 when he won his championship. So it's not like I'm a basketball savant or anything when I'm watching him. When you go back and you watch everything about him, there's nothing that says LeBron's better. I know, Chris, but you've been stroking LeBron for like 20 years. Like you probably been talking about LeBron being the GOAT before he even won a championship. Like that's how much hype you've been on for LeBron. So you can stop it with that shit as well. And Fancy says, I'm just a fan of basketball, bro. I watch pretty much everything. Yeah, I mean, you probably have, but anyone who says LeBron is the GOAT is always has a flawed argument. Always has a flawed argument, no matter what. Said, look how many people crumbled with the pressure LeBron had. I don't care. I'm comparing LeBron to the best of the best of the best. You want to compare him to scrubs because that's the only way that he could seem great is if you go compare him to a bunch of scrubs. What I just say? Said, I said I'm also over text. Right. Said 9 times in the finals, winning 4 times. Jordan 6 times in the finals, 6 wins. Yeah, and I mean, and that's like the obvious, but how about the 9 teams, all first team, all defense? How about not being in a free agency world where literally you could be like, hey, let me call my 2 friends and let's go all take we'll all take these $100 million contracts, like motherfuckers didn't get to do what they wanted back then. LeBron's pretty much doing whatever he wants because like the marketing mechanism of the NBA. And it wouldn't even be like that if it wasn't for Bird, Magic, Jordan, guys like that. LeBron took it to the next level, but he's also done a lot of losing at the same time. LeBron's the only one who gets praised for losing. Like LeBron loses and people have excuses. Like that's what's crazy to me. Like that's what's different about LeBron and everybody else, because it's funny, like even Jordan in his first couple years, like, oh, he lost to Larry Bird. Like Larry Bird's not even good. They only won 3 championships, and Larry Bird only won in that era, and Larry Bird only won 3 MVPs in that era. But yeah, I mean, the Celtics, they were like garbage, and then had to go up against the bad boy Pistons. Like, yeah, they only won back-to-back championships, right? Yeah, who else? I mean, Jordan actually went, like, LeBron always played in the weaker conference. Like, that was one thing, too. He always played in the weaker conference. Yeah, we don't even count Jordan's losses. Hey, LeBron, that's what I said. Like, why would you want to count Jordan's losses if you count LeBron's losses and they're like 3 times the amount? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan, how many times did he not win? Like 6 or 7? How many times did LeBron not win? Every year except 4. So like, yeah, like that's the flawed part of like the arguments, the super flawed part. I just came to say LeBron's not the GOAT. Generational players cannot be compared to different eras. And Hassan, I was watching a Bad Boys Ride or Die movie. Was it good? Was it good? Sizzling said like Kobe got robbed out of Nash's MVP. Yeah, people hated on Kobe. That was also after the time when Kobe was going through all that drama, right? I mean, come on. It's a human vote. And he was going through all that drama. People don't like black guys who were going through a lot of drama outside of the game. Let's just be real. Said that you can say the same with LeBron and his Warriors. What? I mean, Jordan only played on the most dominant teams. So, yeah, it's funny when people are like, man, LeBron went against like real good competition. Like they were so good, they were actually better than LeBron. Yeah, that's kind of the point. He's not the GOAT. That's the point. So you need talent to win championships. Acting like Jordan played with bums is wild. I've never said Jordan played with bums. I've always said it's a team game. But if anyone says Jordan played with bums, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. But I know when he was playing by himself, pretty much, he was going against guys like Larry Bird and averaging like 50 points a game because there was nobody else. I do know that much. Chris said they needed the Super Friends. I know. LeBron invented the Super Friends, bro, in the NBA. And you say because LeBron lost 2 of his top 10 greatest basketball teams ever assembled. Yeah. So if anything, we can compare Kobe and Jordan. Yeah. I mean, I'd put Kobe over LeBron. Hell yeah, I would. Marcus said when he left Cleveland for the first time, they saw his jerseys for $17.41. That's hilarious. Latino said no team Michael Jordan beat for a championship is in the top 10. Yeah. Not even Utah. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that none of the teams that Jordan ever beat were good, huh? Because you had to mention Utah. Karl Malone won the MVP. I mean, John Stockton, and both of them were first ballot Hall of Famers. He beat Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. That Sonics team would destroy so many teams right now. He beat Shaq when he won the MVP. All of these guys, you'll notice, they don't have championships because of Jordan. That's a reason why they're not good. LeBron makes great teams even better because they beat him. I hope you guys realize that. Said they needed the Super Friends taking a loss. What do you mean? Be more specific, bro. Be more specific because we got so many comments coming in. LeBron literally created the super team. So to use that as an argument for LeBron makes 0 sense. 0 cents. 0 cents. Johnny said definitely draft Kobe over LeBron in my all-time draft for sure. I would too. Why do I need to get a jack of all trades when we can get one of the best scorers of all time? Let's see how LeBron does in the Olympics. And Tino said, Google it. I believe you. You know why they're not in the top 10 ever? Because they didn't win championships, and it's because Jordan won. So, like, I don't know how that's making your argument better when the reason why these teams with these Hall of Famers on it and MVP winners, like the reason why they weren't on amazing teams that won championships is because Jordan was the dominant one. Jordan was the alpha. And what? He said he lost to Shaq. Yeah. Yeah. Say he lost to Shaq. How many games did he play before the playoffs? He was playing professional baseball. Remember that, Chris? I know you probably forget about that. But remember when Jordan was like, man, I'm out. This competition's too easy after this three-peat. I'm going to play baseball, give myself an actual challenge. And then the MLB was going on strike. And Jordan was like, I'm not going to cross the picket line because I'm already in the NBA union still, and I'm not going to cross the picket line. So then he goes back to play in the NBA. in like what 3/4 of the way of the season in, did not play the entire season. Let me know a time when LeBron ever quit to go play a different professional sport for 2 years and then comes back and can still hang with NBA talent. Just tell me any time that could happen. And who cares about losing to Shaq and Orlando? They didn't win nothing. They didn't win nothing. And it was because why? Because LA wanted to give Shaq those dollar bills. Could you imagine how good that Orlando team would have been with him and Penny if he would have stayed there and just stayed with him and Penny? But money talks. Money talks. That's why the Lakers got LeBron for 2 more years for marketing, because money talks. And Chris said the Boston Celtics weren't a super team. That happened because of trades, not because of free agents going there. Just remember that. Those were trades that happened. Way different. So you could say that was a super team. Probably the only reason you'd say that's a super team is because they were kicking the shit out of the Cavs, and he had to, and King James had to leave and go get out of Cleveland because he could not beat the Celtics to save their life. And I mean, super team, they won 1 championship. Like they won 1 championship that 1 year, and then that was it. Outside of that, I mean, man, they were handling biz with the Cavs for sure. Uh-oh. Noble, aka Randy Orton's in the house. Oh man. Marco said the best Olympic team ever was 92. For sure. There'll never be a better one than that. They say Celtics with Kevin Garnett, super team. What was that year? Well, they won in 2008. You know, so that's funny because Michael Jordan era has the most Hall of Famers. I mean, is that sarcastic or do they? I mean, I don't know. They probably do. Before LeBron, he just quit. Yeah, because he said it was too easy. LeBron's never three-peated. He can't say he's balling at 40. I mean, yeah, like I mean, he would beat you in a pickup game. He'd beat me in a pickup game, but he's not winning anytime soon on the grand scale. So, like, yeah, he's balling at 40. I mean, do we care? Do we care if he's not winning championships? I mean, I guess you do. I mean, but that's why basketball is like such a joke. Like now, like the ratings are like at an all-time low. There's a reason why the WNBA is like had more people talking about them than you had talking about anything going on in the NBA playoffs. It's because it's boring. It's hella boring. And it's because LeBron always gets there and loses somehow. Said trade don't make a super team. Why would it make a super team? The team has to be able to do that. Yeah, Tino, come on, man. Vince Carter was a beast in those Olympic Games. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, Chris. LeBron's not the man. He's not. He's not. He's the most popular. He's the most hyped. Players make a super team. The term super team got really coined when LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh all combined forces as free agents. So, I mean, we could say whatever we want after the fact. Nobody was calling anybody a super team until the Heat. Nobody. We had the big 3, like because of like this the Spurs and shit like that. You know, we had a lot of different nicknames. Nobody ever called anybody a super team until Miami. And guess what? That super team could only win 2 championships. I know I didn't say they called themselves a super team. I said people called them a super team, and it was probably the media that did it. But guess what? That's what happened. That's what happened. Uh-oh. The Wafers League is getting hyped up right now. They just sent me the flyer. Let's see. Toyota and wasn't Ray Allen on the Heat also? Yeah. Yep. only one of the greatest shooters of all time, who bailed out LeBron in game 6, really bailed him out after LeBron just bricked a big ass fucking shot. But those things won't get talked about. They won't. Yep, don't worry, Johnny. We'll be talking about that real soon. I got a bunch of leagues that we got to set up. I'm gonna go post in all those wafers leagues just to get a list going of people who want to join. There's pretty much going to be drafts happening every weekend, so I want to get those filled prior. And almost feel like we need to make it a super flex like this year. Wanted to make it like real easy, traditional, for people. Oh man, I don't know about that. I
I seriously did. And also I got a wafer. And also that day was good in a week for speed.
Yeah. And Chris said, just like Kerr bailed out Mike. We were going to gloss over that. Kerr never bailed out Mike in a game 6 when they were about to lose, because Mike's only wins in game 6s. He doesn't push it to game 7 when it comes to the finals. But yeah, I mean, you could bring that up, and like that's like a way different scenario. But yeah, Kerr did make to make a shot to ice it. Yeah. And Tino said Jordan don't pass, supposedly. What? Yeah, it's a way different scenario. How is when the Heat are about to lose in game 6 and Ray Allen bails LeBron out after he bricks a big shot, bails him out as time's expiring? Like, how's that the same to Steve Kerr, I don't know, hitting some random shot in like game 3 at like, the end of the game? Wasn't even a buzzer beater or anything. And now it's not cap. You're just not remembering it. Spurs were like seconds away from beating the Heat. You forget that. Making the best basketball move is a penalty for LeBron. No. The best basketball move, I would say, is not to guarantee that you're going to win 8 championships. I would say, like, that's what I don't get. Like, how, like, what do people really think about that? Because like, if you guarantee something in sports, you better do it, or most people think that you're a joke. How does LeBron get to say that the Heat are going to win 8, only win 2, and everyone's like, oh, that's good. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's actually like the best ever. He is King James. Like, that's what I don't get. This man hates confidence. No, I hate arrogance. That's arrogant. There's a difference. No, Kobe made that shot. We're just rewriting history. Yeah, we're not talking about Kobe, though. And he said 8, bro. Nobody's doing that. So that means that he said something that was pretty much a bold-faced lie to hype people up. And people knew that he wasn't going to do it, but they're still okay with him saying it. That's what I don't get. Like, imagine if Babe Ruth doesn't hit that home run. Just imagine that. Like, when fighters go into the ring and you guarantee a win and then you lose, you pretty much like don't, like, you're never taken seriously after that. Chris said sports. Tell me anybody else in history who's ever guaranteed anything of that level and people said it was okay. Never, because it's super arrogant. And it was just a lie because he knew he couldn't do it. So Bill Russell's the GOAT, has more championships than fingers. Oh, Tino, you don't understand the reference? Babe Ruth called his home run shot and then hit a home run. I mean, that was the move that made him the greatest baseball player ever, like, at the time. He said, you fight the next fight. Yeah. And if LeBron was a prize fighter, you got that many losses on your resume in championship bouts, nobody's taking you seriously. But in the NBA, LeBron's the only one who can lose more than he wins and get called the best ever. Like, you're not even the best at winning in the 9 times that you were there. Like, you weren't even the best competitor or the best team in the times in your championship bouts. Like, Come on, man. Like, nobody else in history has that luxury. Like, how come nobody takes the Buffalo Bills seriously? Because they lost more than they won. They never won, but LeBron winning 4 and losing 5. I mean, come on, man. Right? Or no, winning 4 and losing 6. He was gone 10 times. Joe Namath guaranteed to win the Super Bowl. Che. And see? Never came back after that either. He got that one, and that was it. LeBron called winning a championship in Cleveland and did it. Show me where he guaranteed that they were going to win a championship in Cleveland when he was actually there the second time. Pretty sure he guaranteed it his first time and then had to leave. Greatest baseball players then could play. Jordan lost more than he won. So did LeBron. Like, if we're comparing, I've already done this. Like, we've already done this. If we're comparing who lost more, LeBron lost more. So how does saying that Jordan lost more than he won when LeBron lost way more than he won, how is that any kind of a relevant, like, argument to make LeBron better? That's what I don't understand. Like, that's the flawed argument. That makes like zero logical sense, and I can't believe that people still say it. And Derek, salute. We're on this LeBron Jordan hype right now. This thing has kept us going for the last 45 minutes. I was just about to get out of here, and we've been going hard. Bill stands. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Yeah, they both lost more than they won. So what's your point of bringing that up? What's your point of bringing that up? It doesn't really help the case. That's all I'm saying. All right. He said, you bring up losing more. Well, because, yeah, I mean, when it comes to him, when you play 20 years and you only win 4 times, I mean, you lost 25. You've only won 25% of your career. What did Jordan play? 12 years, 13 years, 14 years. Even if you include his Wizards years, he still won more than 25% of the time that he's in the league. Yeah, I brought it up because it actually is relevant to like what I'm saying. Ron said 20 years is wild. How is that wild, man? Junior Seau played 20 years in the NFL, man. Like 20 years in the NBA is not wild. Come on. Come on. 6 out of 15. Yeah, so 6 out of 15 is, let me do the math. That means Jordan wins championships at a 40% rate. Okay, these are numbers, right? He wins at a 40% rate. How many times does LeBron win? He wins at a 25% rate. Chris, can you tell me what is a better winning percentage, 40% or 25%? Let me know. Let me know. What's a better winning percentage? 40%, almost half the years you're in the league, or 25%, 1/4 of the years that you're in the league? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And let me know who has a higher percentage than 40% besides Bill Russell. I'm sure Bill Russell has to have a higher than 40%. But yeah, let me know who also is winning at a higher than a 40% championship rate. I'll wait. I'm here. Right? Tino said RIP Junior. That's sad, man. So fucking sad. Junior Seau played 20 years in the NFL as a fucking linebacker. That's fucking gangster. That's gangster. Like, that might be, like, let's see. Because I know there's some offensive linemen that have played into, like, their 40s. But let's go see. Longest NFL career for a defensive player. Oh, I get it. So it's Jim Marshall and Junior Seau. 20 seasons. And Jim Marshall was a defensive lineman. I don't know who the fuck that is. He said, sadly explains a lot, bro. Yeah, he played like a wrecking ball for sure. And man, I mean, it's sad, dude. Like, he was like a legit San Diego, like him and Tony Gwynn, like they were like the San Diego like superheroes, you know, just on shitty ass teams, but so fucking good. And like, man, it's sad watching that Seau like 30 for 30. I watched it again recently, and like, man, you could just. Sad, man. CTE, man. CTE is a fucking thing. Peace out, Sizzling. We'll catch you later, bro. Derek said Vikings put TJ Hawkinson on the active PUP. Okay. Yeah, it's just a move. Kevin O'Connell, Sam Darnold will see the majority of first team reps in training camp. There we go. I mean, it's not that JJ's not going to be the guy for the future, but for this year, what if JJ sits the whole first year? He legit could sit the whole first year. It's going to be bad. Either way, Vikings are going to be shit this year. D'Amico Ryan said Joe Mixon will be fine despite missing a few days of practice. Good, he should be. Caleb's playing at a much higher level in training camp. He better be. Yeah, I saw this. Joe Burrow officially cleared for contact. Let's go. But Jordan's net worth $3.2 billion. LeBron net worth $1.2 billion, according to Google. Jordan wins again. Bron's an all-star. What? Bron's an all-star. 20. What? All-star 26. 7-5 in the year. 21. We gotta stop the disrespect. Hey, you're the one who wants to say he's the GOAT. I never said he wasn't great. Never said he wasn't good. But when we talk GOAT, that's a level. He doesn't belong in the GOAT. He doesn't belong in the top of the GOAT category. Sorry. Noble with his Randy Orton impression. What's this? Texas linebacker Christian Harris dealing with a soft tissue injury, not considered long term. We don't like it though. We don't like soft tissue injuries. The puppy lying, gentlemen. It's just a move. We already said that. It's just a move early. Kadarius Toney was taking snaps at running back. Get out of here.
Man, fuck Tony.
Dan says, "That's what year? What season is this? It's getting crazy. Lots of players from the Celtics have winning percentage and 40%. Yeah, but we don't care about anybody other than Bill Russell. Oh man, Texans signed Cam Akers. Now there's a camp body. We were talking about him earlier. Drew Sanders on the active pup. Crazy that he's even around to be on the active pup and not like starting on like the that 6-week PUP or whatever the fuck it would be. Packers placed Jaden Reed on the active non-football injury list. Okay. Brian Branch. Yes, I had a Q next to his name for a while. Oh yeah, it's lying season for sure. Yeah. Exactly what it is right now. We have to understand. We have to be fluent in coach speak. Because there's so much coach speak going on right now. And we got to just look at things to read between the lines as well. And like the Texans signing all these running backs, this doesn't seem like a good thing for Joe Mixon, but let's hope he's okay.
Like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers deny. When a girl walks with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung.
What up, Richard? Noble should do an RKO on you to improve his impression, man. No, he tries. Trust me, he tries. Tries to do it like he'll just jump off of the bed or the couch sometimes. Like, man, gotta see him, and then doing the RKO on me. I gotta catch his ass. You know, my player is hurt. Please don't send trade offers to my boss. Said Joe is absolute workhorse in every regard. Yeah. We hope that everything is fine. We hope there's no issues. He is old though. He is getting old.
Simmons is old.
What is he? Is he 27 now? Let's see. Yep, 27. When did he turn 27? He's about to turn 28. July 24th. His birthday's in 2 days. So he's just chilling. He's just chilling right now. It's his birthday week. It's his birthday week. Or a Stone Cold Stunner when you're live. Said that'd be hilarious. Man. Yeah, there's just not a lot of room in here. We need to like set up a little area for that. Right? Derek 28. Yikes. Yeah, he's up there. He's up there. He's up there. I thought that this year he was 27. I guess I haven't been paying close attention. But yeah, he's 28. 28 this year. Turned 28 in a couple days. He's no spring chicken at the running back position. That's for sure. No spring chicken at the running back position. Said the guy who splits reps with college with Guarendo as their third stringer. Who's what's his name? What's his name? Let me go see the Texans depth chart. Things changed on ESPN because they got Joe Mixon, Damian Pierce, Cam Akers, and Agumbawale on there as their top 4. Tina said, "Nah, Johnny, they got prospects." What are we talking about? All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. We got another guy joining up here in our dynasty. And mark this down. It's one of our 420 crew members. SSG Fergie. All right. I gotta go let him know which teams he can't pick. All right. Peace out, Toyota One. Yeah, we're gonna get up out of here in a second. Smoke one more bowl before we get out of here. Dan said, let's figure out how the Bears are gonna be good. Said, has there ever been a squad this young with hype? Shit, not that I could think of. Like, especially when they weren't good either. I mean, they were good enough to have the 9th pick in this year's draft. That's not good. That's not good. I don't know, because even like when I think of like young hype, I think of like Randy Moss, right? Like it's super, super hyped. Check out Noble rocking the wafers. Noble's got to get Noble's got the beanie life going. Yep. Super cool. Super cool. And let me see. Says they're gonna work how we've seen. I don't think so. Like, but yeah, I'm like I think of Randy Moss, you know, and like, but even then, it's like they didn't have I mean, you had who was it? Randall Cunningham, right? And Chris Carter. So it was like he was just coming to like a crazy like situation. Yeah, he had Carter to lead him, exactly, right? And that's just the first thing that came to my mind. But like, who's a QB? I mean, like, were people really hyped on RG3 when he came out like that? Like on their team? Like, I can't really think. Like, I doubt it, right? All right, we just got someone in the dynasty. Let me send the message. All right. Oh, nice. We got someone who said they want to join the Superflex IDP Dynasty. We got one more that's starting right now. We got like, I think 5 more spots. Lions and the Packers are both good in their division, so it's not going to be easy for sure. I mean, that's what's crazy is like, I mean, they got a couple pieces, but the defense isn't that good. I mean, it's pretty solid. I mean, they do have like really good DBs for sure. Like talked about that when we were doing the IDP video. The line, I mean, I know with Montez Sweat, it kind of took a step up, but it is not, it's really not that good. Like the trenches, what's going to win it? And like their O line and D line, like it ain't it. Oh yeah, Dante Culpepper, not Randall Cunningham. Yeah, Dante Culpepper. So he was the best QB in NFL Street. Nice. I enjoyed that Dynasty League, but I don't want to embarrass you. Marco, you ain't ready, bro. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for all the smoke. Tino said Packers division stinks, but the Lions offense in Miami. Yeah, the question is, are the Bears going to take over the 3 spot in that division or not? I think that's what it's going to come down to. Are they going to be able to take over the 3 spot? All right. Before we get out of here, shout out the producers of the show. All our 420 crew Patreon members, our all access members, our elite members, superstar members, all of our ultimate members. We appreciate you guys. Salute to you guys. You guys are the reasons why we're able to keep this show going every single day. Salute. Shout out to everyone watching on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitch, on Rumble, on Facebook, and then people watching on Weed and Whiskey TV. We appreciate you for watching on the replay. Marco said, I don't even have a PS5. So, he said, so sad. So I would lose badly for sure. And there we go. Johnny said, I got to sell a kidney this afternoon so I can buy a PS5. Let's go. Tino said, Bears can sneak Caleb. Can sneak in Caleb, make the playoffs. Chicago love it for sure. For sure. I mean, they're in the right conference to do it. Those last couple spots were up for grabs last year. So everybody in the chat, we'll see you guys a little bit later. And don't forget, we got Mock Draft Monday. I'll share the link in Patreon in a little bit. Yeah, we'll see you then. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played